Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody, depending where you're from. I am XS, and today for this round of 64 Challenge Cup, I am joined today by the wonderful Hindis, mate. How you doing?
Doing fine. Can't complain. How about you?
No, I'm good, mate. I'm enjoying this weekend, the opening week of playoff and Challenge Cup Blood Bowl. It's always enjoyable, and we've got a real intriguing matchup for today. You know, it's an old G-Man off. We've got Orcs and Wood Elves, a classic matchup, of course. I'm not sure how much experience you have with both teams. I know you've played Clan a fair bit, so you would know definitely both teams are quite popular in that format.
Yeah, I've played more orcs than wood elves. On the other hand, of course, I played a fair bit of Kislev, which function a little bit the same, not exactly the same, but the leaping second place, I'm familiar with them. So
You get the leaping access minus the everything else on the 3+ pain. That is no more the Kislev experience. That said, we look at the home team today, of course. It is hailing from, I believe that they are coming from G-Man 4D is Kashusha and Orcanized Krime. Big old Orc team, 1830, and look at that. Tell me what you like. As an Orc team, I love seeing 6 guards strong, a couple of strength up in there too. Yeah, you've played. What do you think? Tell me what you think.
I mean, I'd say it's a pretty well-rounded orc team. I'm not the biggest fan of a goblin,
Neither.
but other than that, I think the blitzers are nicely built. You got some variety in there, some guards, some mighty blow, even some piling on.
So
The black orcs are also pretty well developed. I mean,
that they are actually, yeah. Block on all of them. A couple of guard. One is mighty blow, racing towards stand firm, or even tackle. Depends how you like it. You're correct.
then of course, for some reason, we have a strength 4 block frenzy lineman. That's not
Well,
not the usual.
a lot of people that don't like taking frenzy, as we see, he's actually there's 2 frenzy pieces on this team. Worth mentioning, the Palmer has one as well. A common situation people say, I like to either have strength 4 or moving up, or be quick enough to use it. But I mean, I don't hate it though. I mean, perhaps giving it something like fend or kick or tackle maybe to help round it out, because there is not a lot of tackle on this team. It's very guard heavy, so probably didn't want to see this matchup they're playing. Of course, Troll and Goblin. If some people like Goblin, if you're going to run it, that's fine. 4 rerolls, the other option I've noticed as well.
That's an interesting choice. Maybe giving up a little more inducements than you'd like.
He's
because I
prepping-
think we are looking at wizards for the wood elves.
He's prepping for OT, mate, in GFIs. That's what he's doing.
There's also, I think, for one key thing here is there is no sure hands on the orcs, which will be important, I think, for this game. And the other piece that's gonna be key is actually Sam Giancini, or whatever he was called, frenzy tackle pomp piece. I think he'll have to do a lot of work to get his team into the next round.
Agreed. And look at the away team, of course. It is coming from a playing division that you very well much know. It is from G-Man playing division number 1, the spot that you took out, actually. So here's your runner-up.
Yes, I had the pleasure of taking Caldegon's spot away about 7 days ago, so I'm sure he has no hard feelings about that.
None at all, mate.
If he has, he should have won the game. I mean,
So it's just you telling me that you come here to finish the job and curse him so he doesn't get through the next round, just to put the little.
I mean, one player that deserves to be cursed is Lin Windy, because I mean, sidestep Shattering War Dancer. That's not exactly an orthodox build.
It's intriguing because I know generally it's 1A or 1B for your levels, and War Dancers tends to be strip ball. Do you have tackle? Yes, take strip ball. Do you want one takes one takes the other? Of course, when one of them goes tackle mighty blow, that's fantastic. But again, sidestep first is a unique one to say the least. Generally, you see sidestep spam on your catches and generally Dark Elves of all things. Really, things that want to base and engage. Like, I don't hate sidestep War Dancers. I think just generally it's tackle or strip ball first on both, right?
Yes, I mean, especially if you consider what do you do if Danny Dancer dies?
Yes.
Then you're stuck with a sidestep Shadowing War Dancer, and that's not going to win you games.
Exactly, because you better believe with no show hands, Danny Dancer and also Mighty Blow as well is public enemy numero uno here.
Anyway, I've been told that they are on the loading screen, so
Wonderful,
I think
wonderful.
it's time to head into the game.
Yep, quick round on there. You got guard, lineman as well. Very nice, couple levels on there. Moving 9 catcher, blood step DT on for the round of that as well. Thrower has dodge in there too. So it'd be an interesting game. About 170 TV plus the bank. So we're both in agreement. You know, Wizard Babe chipping the 30k for that Babe.
I think you do. I mean, it's the Challengers Cup. Might as well throw out the bank you have.
Exactly.
He is sitting on 12 players, so I think he doesn't have to be too worried about keeping bank to replace players.
I'll be 1 second. Just gonna cut the display for a second, so there is no spoilers, of course. There's a couple other games playing on right now. There we go. Don't worry, keeping spoilers spoiler free.
So going into the game, how do you think it will go? Who's going to take the win?
The Orc coach to me says, I like the Mascar, but I don't think that Orc team is built to tackle Wood Elves so early on. But the Wood Elves had not only one strip ball option in there too. You've got a wizard potentially. What do we do? Not have a wizard, in fact. I don't think unless I don't see it. We have got. What have we got?
I think we got a star.
We've got a star player. Where?
No,
dirty player. What? Oh, I'm intrigued now.
That's a choice.
Well, Rob Top saying Callaghan has a unique style with his dance. Looking forward to seeing it paid off. Me too. I am. It looks like the Elves have either elected to defend first, or they're defending first either way. So the Force and the Orcs is the way to do it. You know, you got strip ball. You want to try and run up the score as much as you can, but dirty player over a wizard potentially, and nothing else. Right? I don't see any other inducements on the pitch. You know.
I think he's trying to disencourage the pile on.
It's clever. I mean, considering it's his only mighty by tackle on that pitch as well. That's if you're going to foul that one piece.
I'm not sure if it's really clever. I think you'd always be better off with the wizard, but at least there is some thinking behind it.
So no fame either way. Both have got neutral 4-year-olds with Orcs, so they roster 4-year-olds. So intriguing choice, but it looks like we're going to see a pretty hefty LOS barrage, isn't it? Your money blow. To like jump up as well, kids of speed. Troll if you try not to use him as much as you can, but he's still got mighty blow. Strength will stand firm. We're really big piece on Al Pacino. Lovely piece. Dirty play of your own on Orc Lyman. It's all good stuff. Outer mate, it's bad players and bad casters, mate. You've got one of those wrong. So, well, that's for myself. I haven't had the pleasure. Actually, I don't think I've cast with you for a while here, this one. I think it's been a good while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't casted too much recently, but of course, playoffs, first round is always a good opportunity to get some games in.
When there is 120 plus games to play, plus there's also clan games as well, and I think Greenhorn next week, there's going to be no shortage of games to be picked up. What is this? He's set up.
Going into the game, I was about to say, I think the Woodles should have this with the Wizard, and... You know, the lack of sure hands, but with the dirty player, I'm less convinced it will go the way Callaghan is hoping it will go.
Man, it feels like he's committing for a brawl that he doesn't want to really get involved in. So Cranky Goblin, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I hope you're tuning in for what could be a game. This is going to be a real game now. I would have thought Wizard strip ball would mean looking at it, and again, if it's aggressive play with the shadowing, the DT placement, and with limited tackle on the Orc team, especially with only one pommer, then I'm going, I'm rubbing my hands with glee, thinking this is a good matchup for the Elves. But DP means, especially if LOS hits goes like 2 or 3 removals, then this gets ugly quickly. So we go in strength 4 ball carrier. If you're gonna, strip ball doesn't care too much. That said, strip ball doesn't work against stand firm with the push, correct? I could be wrong.
I think it still works.
I know it's a buggy situation, but we'll see. Sunny day out there, so
I think we'll find out this game.
Oh, we'll definitely find out. It's just like the 4D chess, right? Can't use soft.
Very sunny, so that will probably harm the Elves more than the Orcs.
No, mate. It ruins the Afro teammate, right?
I don't think we will actually see a
No, wishful thinking.
I'm happy to get surprised.
Wishful thinking on my half. Which reminds me, before I begin, I've almost forgotten. There we go. With the cast names up there.
I almost forgot who was casting. Good that it's there.
Yep. Just in case you forget. So, no breaks from the LOS, which is quite lovely there. Always good to see from the Elves. 2 Mighty Blow hits survived for nothing.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't put the pylon piece on the LOS and just get that pylon in.
He's got to protect him now. Dirty player.
Safety. I mean, you could just step one of your guard pieces in front of him and he'd be protected, but...
I mean, you laugh at that, but it's true, though. It's a problem. That's a free hit on the left side. He is sidestep, so he's going to try and bait. That's how you bait somebody into a bad foul. Into a real nasty foul with sidestep. Especially with all this frenzy on the Mighty Blow. That's the downside, of course, going a Frenzy Killer is... It's great for generating blocks, but when you start playing sidestep, it can really suck you into some place you don't want to go. Like,
yeah, I think going after the sidestep shadowing War Dancer is a trap.
It's bait.
I mean, if you don't commit to it, the pieces, well, the value isn't really there, I'd say.
Well, and you say if he dies, but that's your only Mighty Blow tackle you've got in this team, and again, so if you want to bring that War Dancer properly, you need to bring that down. Troll makes a block, 3 dice necessary, 2 out of 3 of those are pretty awful. Finds a stun. This looks like a pretty unsafe cage. It's a nice wall of orcs, don't get me wrong, and I'm struggling to see a blitz this turn as well.
Yeah, I don't think we will see one. No. He has to keep the last blitzer in the back to protect the ball.
Unless you fancy one into red, and then there's also a really awkward pathing out.
Okay, where does he put the ball? I think he just keeps it back. I think.
How far can the Dancer run up to? So Dancer's in range. 3+ lead, 2+ dodge. I guess no tackle around him, really. Just got the 2 tackle on the team. It's one's on the ball, one's on the far right with the Ogre. Oh, with the Ogre, with the Troll. Watching a few other games today.
Alright.
So, again, got a nice... It's still an open line to that ball. He is strength 4. Stand firm potentially... might be playing havoc with that.
The question is, do the Woodles want to commit this turn? I think they don't have a great recovery here, and they got no one in position to run away with the ball after the sack, so I think they just take the Mighty Blow Blitz here and then screen off.
Well, turn 1, you got away scot-free, effectively. Nothing died. No blitz came at you. You've only one... The only downside is the Black Hawk there means your screen's going to suck a bit deeper back, which is the problem. But it looks like we're giving up for the hit on the frenzy piece. You know, it's targeting that strength 4. Unlikely to see an Apo because linemen generally don't have Apo rights unless they're really important. I mean, you can maybe suggest that one, but that means if the Apo goes, it makes every dirty player foul much better, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't think he will actually get that many good fouls. Like, I could see a foul on the strength 4 lineman, perhaps, with 2 assists. If you don't break him here.
He finds a pal. Angelo Bruce going down. He might even foul it, actually, if you're feeling pretty spicy. But the dirty player's already... No, yeah, Billy hasn't moved yet. He might be fouling that piece. 2 assists out, dirty player. It's just an Armor 7 foul. Effectively.
It would be exposing the War Dancer, so I don't think you want to do that.
Presuming you make a dodge out to close that gap of one of his linemen. And then you go for the...
Okay, yeah.
Because then you still got to screen off. Like, if you sit him right just here, you screen off from all sides, really. But it is a very weak screen. So there's your dodge. There you go. Yep, that's fine. It'll answer. This one's still exposed, but he's sidestep and he's just dodging this one else. Makes that dodge. How do you do? Foul on the way.
If you induce a dirty player alignment,
and
you do foul
there you
here.
go. Not spawning it because you got to find out for yourself, lads. Not doing that hop river trick. Rolls him over. Stun.
All right. That's probably the expected result here on the foul.
So
it would have felt really bad if the dirty player just got sent off.
How much is a dirty play? It's what, 80k plus a cost price. Lyman, it's 150k for that. So that is a direct trade for the wizard. Ugh. Yeah, that's it. Potentially, you get more use out of it, but the wizard is, if it works, of course, is much better in my mind. mean, then again, if that dirty player kills a Black Orc or one of these blitzers, then it's paid for itself already.
I think I'd like to see the orcs be a little more aggressive with their palm piece
Like this?
and actually make use of their pylon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to keep him as a safety. You do have another tackle blitzer.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit wasted there to have your star blitzer essentially doing nothing.
So again, going for the lineman up dead ahead, knocks him down. It's only a lineman, probably won't be too fast to see him get hurt. You got a 2-man bench now with the dirty player induced.
Just the sun.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah, he had a pretty open line on a catch today. Again, Bloodsep, he's movement busted as well, so he's not like he's getting away very quickly. No GFIs needed yet, so you could have marked up there, gone for the Bloodsep.
I mean, I can see going after the unprotected lineman just to get the numbers advantage rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the catcher does have blocks, so he is a little bit harder to knock down.
Absolutely. That is an aggressive base. For no... I mean, you're forcing a 2+ without tackle. Here comes the tackle, of course. So...
Where does the ball go now?
I don't know. I'm guessing you're going to cage on the logo? Perhaps? No,
Are we just...
What is this?
Building a cage in league range of...
We just says, I found, it's like nice, you're going to cage around the war dancer, so you're going to just lower the commute to the ball.
I think is a perfect term here.
I have questions. It's a bullying tactic, and I love it. Part of me says I love this. That you're just gonna body up and really get all kinds of aggressive. Other parts of me says I don't like it because there's a world you can probably break in this cage.
But is it really bullying? The war dancer can just dodge away on it.
Well, it's more bullying that you're getting a lot of pitch control. It's very early pitch control, which you probably don't need too early on. But imagine having Wizard instead of Dirty Player. That's a bolt and then recovery option there too.
Even the Wizard alone as a tool to prevent the orcs from just X-caging.
Well,
been very useful.
If you jump that square there, it's only 2 uphill with no sure hands. Because again, 6 against you rather than going there for 7 against you. So you hop in that square there, two uphill, scatters arse no matter, unless his cat goes over Black Hawk or a troll. But you can cover that off if you put your Black Hawk there, help screen this up a little bit more.
I mean, if the ball goes down and the Wooders get their hands on it, I don't think
they're gone.
Will be able to catch them.
No.
They're gone. He has the catcher behind the cage.
I mean, you've got either a safety Black Hawk or a safety Dirty Player. Both are not famed for their speed.
This is a bold play from the Orcs.
It is an aggressive play, and we were told coming in that Caligum's the aggressive coach. Again, this is a second season Orc team. They played season 12, took season 13, made Challengers Cup, took next season off, came out this season, made Challengers Cup again. So they're obviously successful for them, and it's easy to see why. The Orc team is very stacked with guard and strength and all the good stuff you want to see. I mean, but here's a test. We can see if Leap has been fixed yet. If Stand Firm push still cancel the strip ball animation or interaction.
I think you want to reposition a few players before going
Yes.
for the lead tape, but I think you do pull the trigger here.
Yeah, very much so. That's it. Yeah, but there's a few times because you couldn't physically push your player, and then it wouldn't trigger with the strip ball animation. It would just say stand firm. He wouldn't bother. Like it's been a while for a bit. I'm almost certain it got patched out though. Well, I hope it did. Could be trying to just dodge out and go for a blitz on the mind. But what are we doing with this?
We are going for a chain push play. He chain pushes the. But I think he miscalculated.
He's gonna try and push a dancer out, I guess.
Oh, he's pushing him out. I suppose pushing out works too, but I think he wanted to push him in to not have to lead.
Yeah, he needed to fill that top right square. He feels upright squared, and he's got to just fight he got to fight 2 dice uphill. Might be. There's also a good setup for a foul as well. That's a real good foul too to hit.
I mean, it will be a 2-assist foul again. The problem is, I mean, the player has jump up, so there will be a few free hits right now.
Willing to mark the tackle piece on the left, you can make it 3 assists.
I think I think Calderon wanted the chain push onto the ball.
Me too. I think he didn't feel the right square.
Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. You give up 2 free mighty blow hits in addition to a blitz.
Unless you really wanted that piece fouled off the pitch, but there are probably better ways of doing that. You could have done the same result by dodging out and just splitting him there and pushing him there for the same, perhaps even getting more assists. Yeah, this delay makes you think that he's realised, oops.
Oops.
Yep,
that didn't go as planned.
Yeah, there's just damn, that didn't work out too well. Let's try that one again. So, early dodging's good?
Except a few extra hits and an opportunity loss, there isn't too much lost here.
No. I mean, you could argue field position's a bit rough early on, but the Orcs had forced to score early. You know, the 2 turns pretty reliable with the move at 9 off the pitch.
I mean, to be honest, you don't really care if the Orcs score. If the Orcs score early, you're happy as the Wood Elves, so... Yeah, I think it's now important for Calderon just to keep his head calm and just play his game. Don't let the mistake drag himself down.
Yeah, it's still early on. Also worth noting, still very much, you know, you've still nothing has been removed, only a stun so far. Foul coming in, most likely. Yeah, liberally using that dirty player he's invested in. That's going to stick too. That's a nice knockout there. Very nice. No center as well. Dirty player ticking over. So there you go. Immediate returns.
Alright. There is some value out of the dirty player now. It was a big gamble, but it is doing some work. And
the biggest thing is he's actually committing to using it. Like, one of the biggest pet peeves is someone buying a bribe and not fouling, or, you know, if you're going to induce something, make sure you get your value out of it, else there's not much point using it. He is liberally using that piece every turn so far. And if he gets set and tail very well, and if he gets blitzed down, he's just a body he induced, so who cares? That's great results.
Maybe he watched a little too much of the players and thought, those wizards, they are rolling a lot of ones. I don't want to get one of those wizards.
No. Maybe he saw what he gained going Iron Master earlier this week and goes, you know, that's a good strategy for my elves. And we start. Oh, sorry, you go.
The usual dirty player first on all linemen Wood Elf build you see everywhere.
Yeah. Dirty player dodge into wrestle. So you try and bring one down, he just stands up and fouls you. The classic 110k combo. The classic 130k combo.
Right, so we are using our tackle pylon piece.
Brings him down heavily here. Okay, respecting the sidestep situation, don't want to get bogged down. The cage doesn't have to move anywhere yet. That's this turn, which is good.
We got the armor
Likely
break.
a pylon. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
No, natural break. Mighty Blow used to take it over.
There is no Babe in play, so...
That's the other thing too, because when he didn't elect to chip in 30k of his cash for a Babe, which... I mean, he's going to hit 80k in the bank, so it was nearly half his cash. It's a little scary prospect if you think you're going to be replacing players next week.
Well, maybe he was just so confident about the game that he thinks he can get better use out of his bank next round.
Very much so. Looks like we're going to cube up here. I mean, you can't leap in. You can't leap into the ball if there's nowhere places to leap in, right?
There also might be a return foul here on the lineman. It's not the best target. It would be a well-assisted foul.
Oh, don't worry. It's it's what, 4 assists with dirty player, so it's a +5, and your armor 7. So yeah, even a snake. You just have to roll. Don't roll the snake, and it breaks armor.
I'm also curious when the Orcs are willing to.
And there you go. Return foul. And sent off.
And somehow we are in a position where the Wooders are the ones up in.
They're up players, yeah.
Turn 3.
2 players up. You know what this means too? We are seeing a Goblin on the pitch next half.
Maybe turn 8 for the.
I mean, that's true. He may die turn 8. You never know. So now you're down. I mean, Orcs famously don't play well down players. Just a lack of speed, and then it now makes your fouls a little better. It makes these elves hard to pin down. And any
there is still a
hurts.
3+half dice here.
Oh, you're right. It's and that will always be on.
Do you go for it this turn?
No, you're still in a good spot. I think you take your blitz, you try and get a foul off. It looks like we're going to start tightening this cage up as well, trying to really constrict these pieces. You can control where they move, you control how what spots they take on the pitch, you can control how the team works.
So the blitzer we target is probably the guard tackle one.
Yeah.
Seems to be the.
Because then you can push.
Easiest and probably the only real target you can get a good 2 dice on.
That means you can also push your lineman deeper into the cage, so he becomes more annoying. Just gets in the way. Mighty Blow coming in as well. Double knockdown. Dutch Schultz is going to get copped. He's going to move the Pommer back too. Cop that. If you're greedy, you got a 1 assist foul. Actually, be in neutral assist actually because you got to counter the other assist, so not worth it. You could have blitzed.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely not worth it there. But
yeah, you don't take a foul here.
I mean, if you want to be cheeky, you could just you can just mark stand the lineman on the tackle piece there, and that kind of denies where the Pommer wants to go. Right? It means Pommer has to go all the way around that way, and you may force GFIs if you want to blitz something. So because if he can't get out of the way of a dodge, he has to go one. He has to make use 4 squares of his movement to try to get out of the way, or dodge. Of course, you can always just dodge. Unless you're really feeling it and you think, I'm going to go for a no assist foul and I'm a dirty player. The most dangerous of all fouls, might I add, is the one next to the 1 assist foul.
I had some bad experiences with that.
Dreadful, man. Again, if you bring 4 or 5 assists, you just stun me. If you had the 1 assist foul of dirty player, it's perms or bust, right? So no foul. I would love to see that play get marked, just so you have to, just to control how the opponent can get into play, but not to be.
I think as the Orcs here, you go after one of the block linemen, because the blitz direction allows you a follow-up hit.
Yeah, probably Yoda with the Black Hawk right with Mighty Blow, because you don't need an assist for that one there, and get some real damage as well. Nope, instead that's the assist. Means you could try and palm the dirty player if you had enough of them. No, we're going to try and force the dirty player to be part of the cage.
Not quite sure yet what the goal is here. Probably just to pressure aggressively and base. He has the strength and guard advantage, so
yeah, but I mean,
it isn't a bad choice.
The problem is, once you base with all these players, that's it for them. They're not gonna. If they get stuck there, they're not gonna. Either they're gonna have to knock them down, and that's it with that, and they stay put for next turn, or they just stuck in the loop. They get knocked down next turn, and eventually we're now reaching the point where you've got, again, you've still got a good position, but there's still too many elves in this pitch to this reliably try and grind your way through. And if you're not blitzing through the front line and just pressuring, you're going to run out of time here.
I mean, it is only turn 4, and we
It
are
is.
already a fair bit into the pitch, so he
It
can
is.
afford to.
But you are
Get
down
stuck a little
players, and the ball is marked by a down player too. Who's still, and you're not fouling anymore because you don't have any more bench to spare. Unless it's the war dance, perhaps, and even then you're still a little skeptical at least. Maybe he spots the war dancer. Yeah, might be going for the one, but he's got guard on the left. That's a 1 into red. No, it's 1 into 1 actually. I'm a liar. What are we going for? Troll needs to move as well first before you blitz.
Go for the war dance and follow it up. I think you will get fouled.
Oh, absolutely. if you try and give it a war dancer and if you don't knock it down, that's bad. If you hurt it, you're gonna get fouled. If you don't hurt it, you're gonna get fouled too.
And now we got in our own way. If we were going after the war dancers, I think we will just take the blitz on the block lineman.
I can move this piece at 1, 2. Again, he's in the way. Heavy basing going on. He probably is going to blitz the Frank Sancho up front, really. You don't want to leave a free hit on the ball. You've got a lot of guard in the way. There is a potential way you can chain push multiple players onto this ball next turn. See what the frenzy lad in the backfield as well. The strength 4-1 that is, not the Palmer. 3 minutes down. He's still debating on this blitz. I'm almost certain it's going to have to. You might even go with a frenzy blitz onto the lineman here, just so you can get some more strength up in that mix.
I mean, he could also go after the guard lineman, but that would be GFIs and 2 dice into a 1 dice, so I'm not sure if he wants to.
Well, it's 2 dice. He doesn't have block or dot. It doesn't have block, which is it gives him that out. But you're right. So what are we going for? We're going for the guard piece. GFI fails. GFI with success. And there's your knockdown. Take the both down here. You can probably palm on, maybe.
I think the both done is definitely better. Exposes the blitzer less.
Yep. If you can remove the guard, that's a massive out there. There's a natural stun. Knocks him out too. Great result there. Cost him a reroll, but that's why he rosters 4, right? The tactical GFI fail. Does mean you could open up a blitz on the Palmer next turn, or this turn very much so. It just is 1 assist across, mighty by war dancer. The numbers have evened up. If you count these lot who are very stuck in the middle being available, not really, I guess, but.
Is this the turn we go in? Or do we just take a blitz on the Pomber and foul it?
I think if you're playing the long game, you go for the Palmer. Because that's right now what's doing the damage to you, and poses the biggest risk to your war dancer and or catcher. Yeah, we're going to bring target is been spotted.
It is in line with the game plan so far. He has been reluctant to take the 3+ half dice. So
I mean, better yet is you can knock it down into a big foul. If you're willing to blitz it from the bottom left, you can hit into a real big foul here. What's that assist? Is he going to try? He's going to try and chain something into the ball as well, perhaps.
Nah, you only get a half dice there.
What are we doing?
Not taking the mighty blow blade.
Can't knock it down, but you can chain it. Rerolls that block, so he definitely wants the reroll. What are we chaining here?
That way we get a follow-up hit on the Blackhawk.
And you also get a beefy foul as well.
And he gets the dirty player out.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want a dirty player out, so you can just engineer a massive foul. There's a knockdown. Mighty Blade hitting the Blackhawk too. And Mano ticking it over for the knockout. Another piece, and that's a guard out there too. He doesn't come back. No babes either side. That's a really painful loss. And with a dirty player foul to come as well. Suspect that'd be a last action dodge on Frank Sancho. Yeah, foul coming in. Great foul target. Rolls him over. Dirty play. Ticked him over. That's a Kaz. Well, that's an M&G Kaz. That's a tough appo.
I think you echo that.
That's no good. Mighty Blow tackle out for the game. This dirty player has been an inspired choice.
I think at this point he has been worth it.
You've removed that piece for the game. This is the one piece you needed out, and it has done that. That has paid for itself. That has no Mighty Blow tackle in this game anymore. You have tackle and Mighty Blow separately, but not on the one piece. No more palm. You are up numbers for the game. Like, you still got a bench of 2. I mean, if that's assuming the KOs they come back. Even if they don't, you still got a bench. You still got players there. The Orcs, they need those KOs to come back, or they're down to 8. That's not a fun experience. And one of them's a Goblin. Well, that's a variance of fouling, isn't it? Dirty player looks all golden until it looks all golden. If you don't get called on it, if it gets removal, you don't get called on it, right? You saw the York foul first foul got called.
On the first foul, that only got a stun. Then you're sitting there and like, well, that definitely wasn't worth it. But if it goes like this,
well, the same thing says about a Wizard. If a Wizard rolls a 1, you look like an idiot. You know, it's like, well, that sucks. I wasted and waited for the perfect opportunity just to see a 1. It's Revolt's analysis say it works exceptionally well. You know, he's able to target the blitzer, and he's able to pick him off. It was very much a high risk, high reward strategy. Like the worst case scenario for a dirty player, was he was an extra body for a team that may need the extra bodies later on, which is again, it's a great option to have. Best case scenario is this so far. He's removed multiple pieces in addition to the Mighty Blow of the Wardancer getting 1 himself. That's little chain push here. You can get some few more pieces to get some more blocks generated. You put on the catcher there.
You really hope you get some removals here.
Right on cue.
Hey.
There you go. Good job, mate.
It also opens up the way through. If we would like to go.
I mean, you kind of have to now. You are down to what, 2, 4, 6, 7 Orcs on the pitch. And that also you're gonna need some GFIs and the troll not to go stupid. Double skull.
This hasn't been the Orcs game so far.
Something. Relying on the troll now. If you go stupid here, you don't need to leap. That if there's no way you can take that ball. So you could, in theory, go troll as top left. You blitz down the catcher here with a tackle piece, and then try and cage up here to base cage on the left, and you're exposing your tackle piece to a Mighty Blow blitz. It's not good. Troll goes stupid. It has all gone wrong for the Orcs. I mean, you can't even. You're not even range to score.
Probably just move the frenzy lineman over and then turn.
I mean, I suggest you could also, if you're willing to just trust in your strength 4, you could just blitz, try and knock down Zach Smith with your frenzy lad, and then re-cage next to bring the guard across there and try and settle there, I guess. But that's you're giving opportunities to the elves who don't need the opportunities to begin with. It's been a disastrous turn, hasn't it? Losing 2 players last turn, including the Apo is gone as well. One for the blitzer for the game, and next week as well, if he makes it through the next round. And this is
told me before the game that this was the situation on turn 5 for the Orcs. I think I would have laughed at you.
Oh yeah, if you had told me, one of these teams are down to 7 players after some heavy fouling, right? And it's almost Apo's gone already. I'm thinking, Wood Elf's having a rough day in the office. Nope, Orcs are getting out removed by a heavy fouling Wood Elf team. Brilliant stuff.
I think the highlight reel of this game will just be the dirty player fouling one Orc out or not off the pitch.
Yeah, who had Orcs? Who had Wood Elves? Who had Wood Elves inducing a dirty player to outfoul Orcs on their bingo card? Alternatively, another option is you can just basically Angela Bruce spaces bottom left on that player there. You can try and 2-eye blitz a catcher with your mighty blow with your tackle and ball sits there. That's a cage in the loosest sense. It's doubly marked already, which is awkward, but you're forcing some dice out of them. Oh, 20 seconds left. He's going to make a decision.
I think you just do the ball carrier. No.
Oh, we're going to eye cage it, aren't we? Eye cage, and we could try and GFI to blitz the ball, blitz the lineman over there to get him off the ball. And there is the most unreliable cage, the classic eye cage. You got a blitz to come as well.
There is still the frenzy lineman who could save the day.
That's frenzy lineman needs to blitz this address. You got to blitz something. No blitz this turn. It is. What is that K?
Well, definitely getting flustered here.
Yeah, it definitely is a brutal turn. We'll call it the Swiss cage. It's full of holes and looks like a big plus.
And the big problem for the Orcs is if they don't score, they will only get one set of KO rolls. Which is actually a lot more important for the Orcs here than for the Wodos, who have the bigger bench.
Thank you for the bid, Story. Much appreciated. That is, of course, my better half. Hope you're enjoying your evening. So, good news, bad news. What would you like?
Let's start with the bad news.
The ball's going to hit this turn. There's no way about. There's no two ways about that. It is.
I'm afraid that wasn't news to me.
No,
I already knew that one.
So here's the good news. It's gonna be uphill. Yeah, the good news is it's up. It's gonna be up. It's gonna be red dice. But it's more bad news is it's strip ball. So that ball is more or less gone.
I mean, knowing Caldigum, does he just take the Mighty Blow Blitz on the guard tackle piece and foul it?
Oh, playing the long game, actually, that's something special. Yeah, good news, he's in scoring range. You're right, he is in stumbling range at this point. It looks like we're just going to try and target the Frenzy lad, trying to spot his strength 4. Can't knock him down. Will we see a reroll?
I think you don't have to.
No, you're still in a good spot. And he does reroll because he wanted a knockdown to try and generate the 2 dice onto the Blackhawk down below. And I doubt we're not following that because we're not in the business of giving out free hits on War Answers. Yeah, as good as they are, Armor 7, you don't need Mighty Blow to break it, folks.
I mean, it has been holding up better than the AV9.
Yeah, it definitely has, hasn't it? So a bit of a screen, you've got the opportunity. Yeah, that cuts it right off. Actually, I was gonna say you got a real out here if you want to score. You still do, of course. You can just frenzy your way through, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No GFIs to score, but yeah, it feels pretty bad, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you I mean,
he's marking the tackle up too. He's gonna give him some real tough choices here.
I think you have to score if you can here.
I don't think you score. I think you take it. It's only turn 6. You still have multiple turns left. There's no scoring threat on the elves yet, of course. He's running it low on rerolls too. So I think you can take this turn to reconsolidate your cage. You get a Mighty Blow Blitz for Blackhawk. You can bring your assist here to hit that piece. 2 free hits. Rescreen, recage up with your orcs there. Reconsolidate the power like about just here-ish. You can get a nice screen off there. At that point, Elves and screen, but you have Frenzy, so when you reach that point of the pitch where you run out of room, Frenzy comes very, very, very useful.
So my reasoning for trying to score this turn
KRLs.
is 1. At worst, you are 1-1 into halftime. You won't be down 0-1. Second, you make sure there will be 2 sets of KO rolls. And third, you might even be able to stop the 2-turner.
Potentially. I mean, I'm still more conservative than that. I would love to see him cage here. Just so you got a strong position for the next 2 turns. You get a score with a strength 4 piece. If you can, how many elves are on the pitch? So there's only 3 offs. You're down to 8 elves. You still how many orcs off? You're an elf. You're a player down. You can get a removal somehow. So he's keeping up position. So you blitz him here. Mighty Blow blitz the block piece. You take it. Gets you a free 2 dice there. Guard moves up 1. Blackhawk completes the cage. It's 2 hits for this turn.
Only 3 guard pieces left.
Yeah,
on the
that's
pitch
scary.
For orcs and only a single mighty blow.
And 1 tackle too, which unless he blitzes for him, and if he blitzes for him, he's gonna have to put up the other guard piece up there. It's gonna get
Like
smacked.
that's the thing. It hasn't been just any players that got removed.
No,
it
it
was
is
all good players.
Deliberately targeted players. Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna try and blitz it to free our tackle piece up. But before you blitz, you move the Black Hawk across to close that cage off. So I would have loved to see him blitz a block piece with your Black Hawk just to try and generate more hits. You know, get a couple stun or 2, makes his next turn a little easier, because if you don't knock anything down, it's just a strong screen in front, including putting something down, and now you're looking real awkward. So no knockdown there. It's fine. Not even a blitz. What's the blitz option then? Unless you're going to blitz with a frenzy, lad. Ooh.
Move the Black Orc over and use the Frenzy Lad on
But,
the dodge lineman.
If you weren't blitzing with hit this tackle to free him up, I don't know why you didn't blitz with the Black Hawk to get a mighty blow hit this turn. You know, use the players you got, try and generate some removals back into the game.
I think he just gave up and admitted that the Wood Elf armor is superior.
Unless you're going to try and hunt and go War Dancer hunting with the Strength 4. Or Power Fishing, I should say. So you've got Poor Man's Tackle. You've got Frenzy. Because if you go for the dodge lineman and you knock him down, or don't knock him down, Strength 4 gets fouled. Because he gets sent away on an expedition, really. What is this?
Go the other way.
So knocks him down. We're going to base up into catcher. Don't hate it. Nice silent break.
Yeah, that's a decent option.
Mighty Blow wouldn't have mattered, unfortunately. But it keeps him in, keeps up this whole side here. And how far can this lad reach? Pretty fast. Frank's Sanchez, now you're scoring threat. If that. If you're looking at popping the ball this turn. Now, again, going for the tackle piece, you can even get a good foul on it too as well.
I think Colagum saw that he got
Yep,
a mighty
look at
blow
this.
piece after the last game and now thinks he is a bash team.
4 assists on the dirty player coming up. That's the last. And if he gets removed for the game, that's his last tackle. Apo is gone already. Don't forget. 4, it's you got to cancel the assist on this one actually. So it's currently only 3 assists. I don't think enough players to cancel that assist on the strength 4.
Do move your down lineman first. Don't forget about him.
Yes. No, you're using to mark the Black Hawk up. Never mind. Shattering on the ball, folks. It's happening. And at a time right now where it's hard to shake him because you don't have tackle, you barely have enough players to get him off properly. It looks like we're going to try and force this score next turn.
You know, we doubted the dirty player, we doubted the shadowing.
Yeah, look at this.
I think the shadowing will win the game.
Free assist foul, dirty player, no Apo in play. Rolls him over. Another Kaz. Last tackle gone. This dirty player has been unbelievable. Unstoppable he has been. There were questions raised at the start of the cast going, dirty player over a wizard perhaps.
I like how Gerber asked earlier, in what world is a dirty player loner worth over a visit? I think
The
it's
the world where you
living in.
the world where it has knocked out both tackle and 2 out of 5 guard pieces. It took out, it KO'd a third blitzer. A Blackhawk got knocked out by Mighty Blow. That was sent off for the first foul back on the Orcs. That's kind of one of those games, right? It's been 4 or 5, 6 fouls with no send off for the Elves. They fouled almost every turn apart. They've only missed 1 turn of fouling.
And then on the other hand, on the very first foul of the Orcs,
Yep.
the player got sent off.
On a useless lineman, it didn't matter. He got sent off and for a stun. Well, this lad here, worth every penny of that 150k. He's been taking names. Yeah, he's going to get in the way here. So you're going to have to be forced to score here. You need to try and... You got to fill that gap, and blitz with a frenzy lad to push him away. And then you're going to have to score on turn 7 here. If you don't... You're not going to be able to get it unless you find a POW first up. And attempting it means you're risking an even worse fail state. Because if he steps to here, that's even worse.
I mean, there are follow-up hits.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you want to use the strength 4 to get him on? I'm not going to use a Blackhawk Mighty Blow. But now we need to troll to move out the way. Or if you're really stupid, he's gonna block the path to score.
I mean, we can still blitz our way through.
I guess. I mean, you got a Blackhawk.
Do you do the blitz with the Mighty Blow Blackhawk?
Well, that's what I was looking at. But I mean, you can try and look for it first. My concern is here, of course, that okay, if the troll went super, that would have been awkward because he was covering the path off, and he blitzed the Black Hawk. You're gonna have to do a dodge, and now.
I was about to say clearly the solution is a troll blitz on the Mighty Blow.
Oh god, find a POW though. That could be nasty, actually. Lin, windy.
With Mighty Blow.
Shattering sidestep. Broken armor, only a stun.
The Wood of Armor holding up.
Yeah, you take a swing at another lineman for running this in. No GFI is needed, but damage done. The first half from the Elves, they've resoundingly outbashed the Orcs here. They didn't even. I mean, it's funny we're talking about a 2-1 grind for the Elves, right?
It's 2-1 grind from the Wood Elves.
And there it is, turn 7 score. From the Orcs, Al Pacino celebrating in the end zone, looking on. He is the last blitzer standing on this team. 2 are out, one of them's knocked out, so potentially coming back. But
let's see how the KO rolls go.
Tackle's gone. That is horrifying. Both of them come back though. That's lovely to see. So there is some guard at least. Not so good for the Wood Elves, but I guess I can't complain considering how everything else went for them that half.
I mean, it is really good enough since now you're back to 11 players.
Yeah, exactly. You're bent because the dirty player again. More value. He gave that extra bench of 1. Of course, we have the Goblin being fielded at this stage. Lewis Campagna, hopefully not long for this world. Movement 9, catcher, suspects to be the outlet we go to here. It's a sunny day, so don't forget about that pass.
And now, if you are the Orcs, you have to ask yourself, if I put something on the LOS, will it get fouled?
It absolutely will. I'm going Troll, and has to be 2 Blackhawks to block. The Goblin is... I mean, you can put the Goblin there, but then he gets chinned by the Mighty Blow down to a tackle. And if you don't put in the LOS, he gets hunted down by said Mighty Blow, because he's not more important than anything else. You're not protecting the Goblin. You don't care about him.
I seriously, I think the Wood Elves this turn will commit to the third turn touchdown, not go for any fouls.
No, I think they will go. They'll push down the weaker side and then double back and foul what's left.
And that will be a tackle Mighty Blow hit on a Goblin if the Goblin stays there.
Yeah, and Appa was gone, of course. He was trying to save the Pommer, who is M&G'd from. He took an M&G into a perm, so he says, "I'll settle with the M&G." Put the rivets back in. Goblin wisely being kept all the way back. Wants no part of this. That's why you don't hire a Goblin, folks. 10k more for a proper lineman. You don't deal with this problem.
As the Orcs, do you just let the Wood Elves 2 turn to avoid overtime so your team doesn't get murdered?
So what kind of world is that? Please stop farming my orcs. God, I love postseason, mate. It's so good.
And we have a good old safety goblin.
Yeah, safety. Come on, he's not going to do anything, man.
I mean, it's probably more his own safety than
Yeah,
the team's safety.
it's like, I'm protecting, he's keeping you safe from me. So again, with sprint built in, you need one. You can be one square in, and you're in scoring range with this catcher. Disgusting as all hell. Looks like we're potentially going to go through. I mean, this frenzy piece. It's great in theory until you realize he needs GFI streaks both sides.
It is quite a slow frenzy piece.
It's a plotting frenzy piece. You know, it's like it's great the turn after he commits to a side, sure, but like him patrolling the middle of the pitch like that, it's not very. I mean, he can barely reach the logo from where he is at right now.
I mean, he will also just get based up here.
Oh, absolutely, of course. I mean, my guess is you're gonna blitz down a black hook on the left, and then if you do that, all the rest of this team can't reach. Rub top Orcs and G-Man 3B having the Agi5 Legend Goblin. Oh, let me check this out whilst we wait for the setups. You had my attention at a Goblin Agi5, so that's a decent one-turn potential. I mean, the pass is still awful. Don't get me wrong, but
I mean, I personally think that Agility 5 Legend Goblin is what took the will to live from G6 Goblin, who was also on his way to level.
Oh, it's Orcus
and he
Harkus.
just gave up and died.
Oh lordy, that's it. Yeah, the Leaf on the Wind, Strength 1. It's a Noblar, mate. Strength 1, Sprint Sidestep, Sure Feet, Catch, Agi 5, Strength Bust. He also has a Strength 4 Blitzer. I thought it was a thrower. Jesus. The Strength 4 Blitzer has Sure Hands, Accurate, Kickoff Return. So Sure Hands, Kick Return, Fend, Strong Arm. It's a Blitzer pretending to be a thrower without Accurate.
It's an interesting build.
It's intriguing. Quick snap. There you go.
Add insult to injury.
Push
here.
not needed. Somewhere Gebro is having an aneurysm. He hates quick snaps with passion. Yep, just disengage from the middle. So what saves you? It's a snake. It's a couple of snakes out of that thrower, isn't it?
I mean, snakes anywhere would be useful.
I mean, no sure hands is nice.
I sure am glad the Woodolphs only got their mighty blow after the game against me, because against those Woodolphs here, I think my Necro would have done a lot worse.
Possibly. I mean, early mighty blow on anything is just rough, especially on something that's so mobile and can access any piece at will, like Wood Elves can. So a nice knockdown on Kale Gambino. Right, there we go.
The Woodolphs still think they are a bash team. I like it. I love
it. Yeah, just battering these poor orcs. That's a foul, and that's your foul this turn as well.
I think I would have still preferred committing more to the two-turn touchdown than going for a foul here. But
oh no! Now you can do both. He's just screen. He's the front part of the cage, and also he got the assist for the foul already built in. It's brilliant. Yeah, here comes all the assists. Look at this, and he's a cage corner. Perfect. What more could you want, man? He's, adapt, overcome. What else do you need? Like, the thrower does, he's an accurate. He can pass the ball. If he wants to make some GFIs,
Clearly, I'm
he
just
can.
not ready for the new
No,
meta.
new meta, mate.
I'm not prepared. I'm not willing to accept it.
Countergun bringing in the new meta, of course. Fouling Wood Elves. Again, he steps in as an assist. Nope, no assist, never mind. If you want to be cheeky, you can pick. If you don't GFI, if you don't really pick the ball up, you can double GFI for another assist. And then you can just hand off or pass the ball, whatever you feel like. Realistically, you don't do that, though. Pick up fails. Ooh, last reroll gone now.
I think I might have taken that.
No, I want the ball in hand. I want the ball in hand this turn.
Well,
pass snakes!
snake.
No! So, the foul was not missed. He did not, knew the foul was coming. Tactical snake there. The scatter is about as good as you can get it. Reroll's gone. Multiple options in scoring range. Wood as needs no assistance. 1 GF5 for the catcher, of course. No foul. We're all sad.
I have to say that the Wooders are a bash team. They know how to punch, but they don't know how to handle the ball.
Yeah, they can't handle that ball, mate. Bloody amateurs. There's a world you can get. Can you stamp in this at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Nah, no way. I was trying to figure out a way you can get stand firm with that ball, but probably not. You can get stand firm if you're willing to blitz down Juan Sancho. You can get stand firm right in the way of Magnus.
I mean, if you can get down the catcher, the rookie catcher, you could go around with 2 GFIs to base up the ball with stand firm.
Yeah, and also dodging. Never fun, is it?
And I don't think he actually needs dodges.
I mean, what's it?
So 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he follow up. Yeah, no,
of course, you would need the knockdown on the catcher.
Yeah, it's a blitz, knockdown blitz into, it has to be a POW. It can't be both down. So that's your stand instead. Alright, don't hate that. That's how you get a Black Hawk served, but he's out of reroll, so probably not. Well, sure hands, a lack of sure hands cost him here.
I think we will see a Black Hawk served.
I mean, I'm all for blitzing. You blitz a catcher with your Black Hawk, you put some strength form on that ball. Really make it happen, and you really get in the way. Mr. Archichunks, mate, eating. You have just joined into a bizarre world matchup where the elves can't agi but are thoroughly out-bashing the orcs behind a brutal fouling campaign with their star inducement, a dirty player who's claimed 3 blitzes, 2 of them for the game. M&G and Apo badly hurt on that one there, so both tackles out. This one was knocked out as well. It has been a it's been just an odd game. Yeah, turning down a wizard for a dirty player and actually working is incredible. He's going for the push. He turns down the POW.
Yeah, he wants.
Because he knows he's going to get another POW. He's going to scatter that ball. I don't think you scatter that ball.
You don't scatter the ball.
No, don't give him a free chance. I love it. It is why are we scouting this ball? You got the Kaz though.
Because that breaks the elves. They can't handle the ball.
Really busted the elf. Ooh. Apo comes out. What's the point of that? You just no. Hate that scatter. You give him if the scatter lands in the thrower's hand. It's like, oh well, you just did what I wanted to do last time for me for free. Thanks. And I don't have to risk picking the ball.
Scatter is what broke the wood elf. It can't handle the ball. It physically can't handle the ball.
It's like
it's injured.
It's like scattering a ball was like this. It's like when you first pick up and the Camry catches it in the rain. It's like, oh, you're helping him out there. He wasn't going to catch that ball, but on his turn. It's like when you get a high kick. It's like, well, might as well give it a free chance. You know, it's something you didn't have to do. 1 mark on the ball is nice, but it's again the issue is here is now you're relying on a 1 dice to clear it. Guard in there will make it hard. That's a little harder now. Man, that's a lot harder now. But still, risky scatter. It may end up working off. This is backwards, man. Orcs relying on scatter plays with the ball. Elves is bashing out the teams. We're going to surf the Black Orc. Yes! No! We weren't surfing like that, were we? I'm so sad. Classic surfing dice. When you want to push, you get to roll a power without fail. That goblin's in quite a good spot as well, being a real pain because you want to assist the guard player. You need to sit in that square there. So you could just put him with the catch with the wood answer, of course, but you needed both down or a pal there. You can just try and knock down, of course, strength 4 lad, and that's not like that. So the Orcs survived the 2-turn after being forced to score after being out-bashed and out-removed in the first half. Crazy game. Half time. It's 1-0 for the Orcs. It's a couple of big KO rolls come up as well. How are we gonna see? That's all. That's your counts out. Both tackle lads out. One comes back.
Which is good enough to be back to a full lineup.
Well, yeah. The catcher was Apo, so both Apos are gone. The Elves now have to score. We suspect it won't be an issue. So.
Who cares about scoring? They have to injure more Orcs.
Yeah. So yeah. If I was going to ask you, do you reckon he'll score quick so he can get back on defense again and get more fouls in, or?
I mean, you can probably just keep the ball in the back and play for damage. I do think you don't want the quick score where you give the Orcs 7 turns to...
No, you're not going. You're not doing a lightning quick 2-turn. You think maybe 3 or 4, so it's enough time to turn them over and force it early on. But it's also
you want the Orcs to be in a position where they need to rush down the pitch to score, because that opened up gaps to potentially exploit. Orcs need to not go to OT at this point. That's how they win this game. They're down players as it is. They have 3 out for this game. They had a bench of 1. They had a bench of 1, so they're on 8 players, I believe. Quick check says I can't count. It's 9. 9 players. Yeah, they had the 1 goblin bench who is hiding in the backfield. So technically they are at 8 players because the goblins don't count.
Again, with tackle out and only 1 money low piece that's only moving 4 and guard dwindling. Oh, this is not a money low. That one's back. Forgive me. He came back. He's knocked out. He was knocked out, but again, no tackle. There is no tackle. Viking Cup, mate. You'll love this one. No wizard. Dirty player induced, and he has done work. Did the Lord's work in the first half, mate.
Yeah, show him a look at the cast box.
Gone. The best front out there, the only money by tackle out there, got M&G'd. Apo Drought did not work. He collected this one as well very shortly after. It was 5 or 6 turns of fouling, of course. The return foul, the Orcs' first one got sent off naturally for a stun. This side was knocked out early on. He had a Blackhawk knocked out by the money by Wardan, so he is just putting in work with that. And he's still on the pitch. He made the very brave call of going dirty play over a wizard, and it's paid off in spades. Of course, a 2-turn failing because, snakes and 1 and 9 blitzing is always fun without rerolls. Good stuff. Yeah, exactly. You think about it. Again, you think a game, I'm versing Orcs, they have no show hands, I have strip ball. 9 out of 10 people, myself included, go, I snap a wizard. And I'm thinking that's 2 windows for me to push this 3-1.
I think at this point the Orcs are just glad the guard piece stayed out, so it's harder for the Wooders.
Exactly it. And so now we're in the situation we're debating. It is, will it be a quick turn, a quick offensive drive out of the Wood Elves to try and push the Orcs on defense, try and get the guard piece back. Again, the Apo is gone for both sides, of course. No fame. Very Sunday, so no Vanley passing. Unfortunately, would love to see this catcher get a lot. Where is he gone? This catch at a level would be nice, but not today. Yeah, again, perhaps making up for lost time. But I mean, you look at the best way to break for Armor 9, perfect defense is quite lovely here, is Dirty Player, isn't it? And if you don't have access to Claw, it's Dirty Player. It's a risk to it, but...
Does the perfect defense really do much? I think you just stay as is. Maybe reposition one of the Black Orcs on the line, but...
I mean, I think you just...
I mean,
I don't know what
it
you do.
would
That's
be
a
more
problem.
useful... Oh, that's interesting.
We're gonna get all heavy body. That's one way to look at it. Oh, but it was always good. So if this game was anything like the first half, second half, it's going to be another topsy-turvy game. I was expecting the Wood Elf the Orc blitz and try and pressure the ball early on, but we're not that far gone yet. So we're going
Only a matter of minutes.
Papa Nasty-esque defense, isn't it? All mans across strength 4 GTFO. The only lad not strength 4 has a guard buddy next to that. Strength 4, strength 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Heavy wall of orc muscle on that wall, and the little goblin in the backfield having a little time of his life over there. Top lad.
He's just happy he actually gets
He's happy to be here. He's like, man, I get a bit of sunshine, maybe a bit too much sunshine. No orcs. Look at that. He's got a good view of the action. So this is going to go really well or really badly for the orcs, and this setup. There's never any middle ground, is there? It's either you're going to uphill the troll and try and go free him, or you're going to try and one dice through the blitzer on the right and just punch a hole through. The scanner is pretty neutral.
So how many orcs do you think will get injured this turn?
I think he's going to be a fail. I think he's just going to push the stand firm, not going to knock down, if I'm being honest. I'm reckoning he's going to be a push into that reroll the double skulls. Into the multiple into two players getting surfed in one turn. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Dirty Player moving in.
Bold to commit this far so close to the frenzy piece, but we do get the knockdown.
Yeah. That's right. It means you can also chain the knockdown. He's only strength 2. He's a catcher, of course. You can't do shit to him.
Wait, we actually moved the Dirty Player, so there won't be a foul this turn.
Dirty Player now going into offensive mode, which is I'm going to screen off now. Kerillian, it's less the Orcs ground as the Elves actually ground him to an early score. It's looking, for all money, it was looking like a Wood Elf 2-on grind, funnily enough. The Orcs are being outbashed. The inducement, of course, no wizard. 150k spent on the Dirty Player from the Wood Elves, who has paid itself in spades. MNG is a pommer. Apo coming out and not helping. Badly hurt is the other tackle guard. Blitzer as well to help it out too. His friend there too. Mighty Blow was fouled early as well. Black Huck went off early. It was a massacre first half for the Elves. They're just absolutely rinsing through. Both Apos gone, of course. A rookie catcher saved from a niggle on turn 8. So yeah. And now we start, the Wood Elves couldn't 2-turn. Snake the handoff, and then 1-9 the block. Without block, tough knife. But fun enough, it's the wall of muscle that has actually stopped any progress of these Elves, isn't it? I mean, these lads are out of range for next turn. The troll needs a friend, which sounds kind of sad, but...
Not so sure about the catcher placement.
He's going to dodge out in a second. The Lotsip one feels pretty safe until he gets powered, which is probably immediately, as he's got a natural 3 dice against him with the block one. Move Carlo Gambino.
Yeah, we left quite a few hits for the Orcs here.
War Dancer, this is foul bait. Sidestep's going to do a thing. You gave it, mate. I don't think were you here for these fouls, mate? The dirty player actually has paid himself off, took out both tackle pieces for the game, for the Orcs. So Pickles, mate, thank you for the raid. Apologies for the noise, but thank you for the raid.
So now we get to explain to all these 25 wonderful people to how we got here.
Yeah, again, it was a brave choice. I don't agree with it, but I'm loving watching it though.
I mean, all rationals say is that the dirty player is the wrong choice, but in the world we live in, it was definitely the right choice.
I don't know about that box. Yeah, exactly it. So anyway, guys, if you're just tuning in now, of course, dirty player Lyman 150k over a wizard for the elves, and it has been a great result for them. They have M&G. That's a sidestep. He's going to push it forward. He M&G the money blade tackle piece. The only money blade tackle he has in the game. It's, knocked out the guard tackle piece because the upper failed to bring the M&G back. He previously knocked out the jump up as well. Knocked out a Black Orc. It has been an absolute terror. Of course, in classic Blood Bowl fashion, the return foul, very first return foul, the Orcs got sent off for a stun because it is fair and terrible. Yeah, Strength 4 Frenzy, it's an odd choice. It feels a little slow to be a Frenzy piece. I get it because it's Strength 4. Perhaps Tackle because you have a die. This Orc team is built for bash. It's a guard heavy, a lot of strength. Has a Goblin in the backfield that's hiding in the logo because he's been forced onto the pitch. The Elves, of course, have been out bashing the Orcs. And the Elves have been struggling doing elf things like handling the ball or handing off, which is what's cost them the turn 7 score. They forced the Orcs to score on turn 7, and the Elves failed their 2 turn because they couldn't handle the ball. Hilarious. Cannot bring down this catcher. This is a danger when you have no tackle because your tackle has all been battered by a dirty player. He's going to end up
so hard on the catcher.
He's an easier target, I guess. He's going to end up pushing his lad in the range, even though his movement busted. That's the problem here. So Pickles, mate, hope it was a good one, mate. Hope you enjoyed. Hope that game was entertaining. At least I saw bits of it. No spoilers, of course. But yeah, this one has been intriguing. Countergun did a really active and very aggressive defense, which I adored. And Katsusa is trying to deal with that madness. Leffy, how you doing, mates? Just joining in.
Now the Goblin is getting involved, so clearly the game will turn around. The Goblin will cast one elf after another.
Got to move that troll though. I see he's just having a siesta in the wind. Look at him. Having a time of his life there.
The Shadowing War Dancer based the ball once, but then just got knocked away.
No friends, but it wouldn't matter anyway. So we are really committing to this right side. The left is a little open there. He still can't bring out this catcher. It is frenzy though.
He really doesn't like that for a catcher.
Chain
the other catcher.
He's gonna chain it. What's shadowing? It's doing a thing. Yeah, you follow it up. Get him off. Get him off in there. Yeah, because what happens? Yeah, this is it. Because he's our scoring threat. Okay, that's a little tough now. You hoping there'll be a push at least, right? Another raid. Jimmy G, mate. Thank you for the raid, mate. God damn, I hate that noise. I gotta change it. Again, hope your game went well. I know you were casting your perspective. No spoilers, please. Yeah, I have to cover it now.
I mean, Cheeto, the only way to cast this game is
result-based analysis, right?
Because anything else is just wrong.
Yeah, I can't. If it works for them, who am I to judge if it works for them? If that was a push there, that War Dancer was free, and there's nothing stopping him really. The Orcs are too slow. Of course, now it's a real awkward odd scrum. Again, for the viewers of Dimmy G, of course, dirty player over a wizard, a controversial choice for some, has paid off in spades. He's removed both tackle pieces on the Orcs. The left side is now wide open here.
And I think it will now continue its reign of terror and get rid of the Black Orc.
Yeah, mate, you can tell us what you rolled. That's not a spoiler. I mean, we know you played a game, and we know that a level may have perhaps been made, but what'd you roll? Moving up. Brilliant.
That's nice.
Was that on the previously moving 9 one? No, it was not. Well, now he's moving 9, yeah. The unfortunately named Mark Merrow, of course. Ugh. God, I hate that gimmick so bad. Well, it's just Mark Merrow in general. We're going to hand off to a lineman with a appear, and he's going to go.
Yeah, he's probably just going to run to the far left side.
Yeah, far left you go. Nothing cashed in. The War Ants are kind of screwing it up. He hasn't screened him off yet. I presume there'll be a screen coming up onto the jump-up piece. Pickles with the hype up there. Must be sad tonight. Will he foul first? There's nothing. I mean, he could. Yeah, I think we might be because that now it gives up. That screens off the. I mean, a very loose screen. It's just a 3+ dodge out. Oh, let's see. Yeah, 3+ dodge through, of course. There could be a nice foul. 3 assist foul coming potentially.
I mean, the smart thing to do is move first.
Dodge fails. He's trying to get off the sideline here. That's a go. No foul. There is a shot in the ball back if he wants it. You can cancel the assist. You get yourself a pretty straightforward 2 dice with Mighty Blow.
That's a really easy 2 dice.
Yeah. I mean, the recovery is pretty poor, but there are worse. You're not going to find a better situation than that. That may have been a reroll worth there, because you still need to score these elves. You still need to score. Yeah, you potentially may want to move the ball away first. Maybe you got greedy and wanted to foul that, I guess. You kind of have to use this piece to assist because you don't want to risk getting the sidestep into range and blocking him off because you can step twice into that range there. Goblin, of course, can move across and get ripped apart by the War Dancer. Katsu has 4 rolls rostered. Some interesting choices and a Goblin. So, each to their own, of course. That's it, just counting. So 2 dice on the ball coming up. Again,
Blitzer was probably the best recovery option, so we are just happy to put the ball on the ground, I think.
Yeah, that's a silver lining. If you're lucky enough, you can find 2 knockdowns here. You may be able to get this Anzo Bruno away up the top to mark the ball, perhaps, but you need a lot to go right. There is DT in the mix here. No knockdown. Might re-roll that. He re-rolls it. Cannot find a knockdown yet again. Gets away with one.
Yeah, I think Callaghan was respecting the overtime format a little bit too much here.
I believe the Orc has named him after all mob characters and all mob bosses. So you get, all. Yeah.
I mean, it's Orcanized Krime,
yeah,
so that is the theme, I believe.
Yep. I don't think Evil Stench is one though. Just quietly. Safety Goblin hiding he's camouflaged in that logo. Really nicely done, isn't it? Finds a power on the catcher. Tarzan Tim going down here. They're not breaking either. Armor 7, of course, a superior armor this matchup. If you can bring down the War Dancer here, you are golden because you can try and wrap this ladder and try and pin him in. With double strength 4, a lot of guard in play.
I think I'd take
Frenzy
hit, yes, and then move the Black Orc.
Shadowing.
That's such a weird interaction.
Oh god, sidestep and shadowing it's throwing me off here, folks. It's an interesting build. I know he finds a power. Not going to shadow that anymore, are we? It's such a weird interaction. Was mentioned by Pickles earlier on. Shadowing is great. It's lovely moving 8, but not as a second skill when you kind of want stuff like strip ball and tackle and other great skills that you want in the War Dancer, perhaps. You see Zach Smith copying on
Yeah,
him.
sidestep shadowing would be a build you can see on a catcher, maybe.
Or if you're rounding up all normal skills on a war dancer, it's that's for 4th and 5th or 3rd and 4th. Fantastic, good stuff. Maybe not so much on if you had this one already, I suppose. Troll, stupid again, 2nd one in a row, so no friends, no matter. Who was that follow? I'll see it very shortly because I get that noise. Andy Morgs, mate, much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream and some of the interesting plays and or builds so far. It's been a real fun game to watch.
I mean, I also have to say, I think this troll is one of the most useless trolls I've seen in a long time.
T-Cole, mate, likewise, thanks to you, mate. Hope you enjoy yourself today as we see a 1 and 9. Trolls are great tonight. This Blackhawk is everything what the troll wishes he could be. Refusing to go down there. Calcium Cas, mate. Again, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Again, got an intriguing game. The L's forced to retreat now. Of course, if you're joining in, Dirty Player over Wizard, the big talking point, has done some work. But if it doesn't win the game, it doesn't matter, right? It looks like...
Damage will matter even if the Orcs win.
God, I've got to turn that thing down. And Falcon Merkbat again. I think all the followers coming in right now. Brilliant. Hope you're enjoying yourself. It's only there for a few seconds, right? Don't worry. Oh, God damn, I hate this noise. Mr. Frazzle Dazzle. Much appreciated, mate. Hope you're enjoying your morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you're located at this time. Yes, you'll miss stuff, of course. I'll watch the crowd so we can all miss everything. How about that? Yep. So Pickles, mate, he's in a hateful mood. No. War Dancer scoring threat. You gotta respect that. He's going for the Goblin, of course. I missed him too because he's naturally camouflaged on that logo.
He didn't miss him hidden on the logo.
But the Goblin did not care. Snakes on that armor roll. It's his mistake. He's been targeting armor 9 all game. He doesn't know how to handle armor 7.
Clearly, the Goblin has the best armor on the team.
Clearly, mate. He's survived every hit he's taken so far. It's more than you say about these lads on the sideline. Security gate, of course, obscuring any viewer would love to see. It's been obscured. Nah. I got always got plenty of love for Pickles. Top bloke, great blood bowler. And if you haven't heard, if you're not aware, mate, the official playoff song, the Rebel Fight song, is of course his creation. Man, produced and second, man. God damn. Unbelievably talented. So yeah, again, always worth checking him out.
We do love our content creators here in Rebel, so...
Again, only thing you can't beat is Magnet Hands, but that's my secret. Pickle sucks. Mighty Surf is a little costly. The man they called Jane, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoyed this Challenger Cup Blood Bowl cast.
I mean, to be fair, it has normalized a lot since the last half. I think that this is much more what you'd expect out of the game.
I mean, this is the traditional game we were expecting. The big old brawl from the Orcs trying to body and the Elves trying to play keep away. Again, you got some money hits coming up this turn. The Troll probably going to do a bit more drooling. You could surf a player if you really want to, but I'm guessing he's going to go back to his natural habitat of fishing for a power on that catcher. As we find a said power on Frank Sancho, the poor lineman with no dodge, not that it mattered, as you can just get more guard and just start really bullying. Although, another stun. I mean, it's only stuns, but stuns deny the movements and restricting movements of how you play this game, really.
I mean, there is a potential for redice with Mighty Blow on that movement catcher, which would be a really good target.
So, do you move the Troll for the assist, or because the Blackhawk right now is in a good spot? He's cutting off any real dodge path through the middle that you really want to take. If you're moving for the assist,
I'm convinced that the Troll will just roll once for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You just push him back a little further. Moving on is great, but if you start 4 squares back, you're just as fast as the guy in the LOS. So the $1 million question, of course, is what is the blitz? We're fishing for a power on the blood set. We can try and knock down another catcher, of course. He was previously saved by an Apo, niggled into fine. I think the surf is okay. You maybe try and get rid of the pesky, dirty player for good. See a singlet here fall down on all the foul enthusiasts. The problem is, of course, the unmarked catcher. He is moving 7, so he is moving buster, but he's still quicker than anything you've got in this team. Hides in the corner, you're not catching it. Goblin can look at it pretty menacingly as well. The issue, of course, is...
Get the Black Orc over, so it's at least marked.
Well, it's also very sunny, that's the problem. So they can't really pass it, because from there, that's a 5+ pass, even though you're actually 4. And likely a really strong instant chance in there too. And it gets intercepted. This is not a fun game because the water ball's stuck down here for the turn, and the ball will be up there. You've run it in for 2-0. And at that point, you've got to stop 2 touchdowns in 4 turns, which seems pretty straightforward. And all the dirty players in the world won't stop that. It's not the thrower though. He's only a lineman. That's a problem. The thrower's here.
I mean, what we very much could do is dodge out our Shadowing Bordancer, blitz off the Blitzer, then hand off to the thrower, and then do the pass.
Yeah, but again, the fail safe of the handoff there is also pretty spicy, isn't it? The 3+ handoff. You're burning a reroll into...
Blitz off the Blitzer first.
Yeah, fair enough too. That's true. Again, he's still at the interception threat as well, but the pass is still a full plus. We saw a full plus fail a couple of games earlier today with no spoilers. He's just debating what he's doing now, perhaps. So he's going to be the troll's friend. If you put the troll... Hinders, mate. You called that one. 3 turns in a row. 4+, no. 4+, no. All ones. And he got a friend to help him out, and he still couldn't remember, which has left a sizable gap.
Yeah, and now the Black Orc is also out of position.
Yeah. Again, classic surfing dice as well. Looking for the push, can't find it. So that troll took an IQ test. Unfortunately, came back negative. Yeah, that's just an awful troll. And as good as a troll is against most Bass matchups, his strength 5, regen, Mighty Bow built in, cheap 110k for a big guy. He gets guard pretty cheap as well. It's all a lot of positives, but that kills you. Relying on a big guy to try and do something like that is absolutely cripples your drive. Reroll there, can't find a knockdown. Oh, that's...
I don't like the reroll.
That screams he's handing off to this catcher and going.
Yeah, but I think you'd be better off just saving the reroll for the actual handoff. Instead of going power fishing here on Black Orc.
Gerard McGree, again, Troll, it's an unreliable piece, but in the right format, in the right environment, it can be golden light. I love it. If I'm versing a nasty claw and I've got 150k for a troll, 190k for a troll guard against a chaos team that's much bigger, sure, I'll chuck it on the line. It's strength, it's got regen. If it dies, I don't care. And if it lives, it's still strength 5 guard. I can use the body something around. It's great. But to roster one, it's a little cheaper. It gives the idea that you can do a 1 turn with a goblin, which I don't like. But each to their own. Exactly. You could, yeah. The push was good enough, I guess. Now it makes the rest of the turns. Plus, a 1 and 9 here, nearly got half of it. Could have been pretty bad. Because it looks like Caldham's happy to go to OT at this point. He hasn't taken any removals yet. There's a lot of stuns. Still happy stalling in the backfield, of course. Blitzer is just out of range.
I mean, to be fair, he is probably in a good position for overtime. I mean, if he wins the toss, I think that's probably game anyway. And even if he doesn't, he's in a good spot to at least stop the score, which is in our overtime rules format, of course, enough to get the win.
Agreed. Would answer very much. If he fails a dodge, I might foul out with a goblin. That's something. That's not bad. That's something you probably use a goblin for. He's not taking a dodge. He's afraid of that dodge. So he's just letting go power fishing on a war dancer. Interesting turn. the way he's playing it feels like it's like he's trying to hold he's trying to hold the ball at like 1-1 currently and trying to score as late as possible. But he still hasn't scored yet, and there's still a lot of poor outs that can go against him.
I mean, to me, this feels a little bit like for the first half for his defense, he clearly had a game plan and he stuck to it.
And it worked to his credit. It worked exceptionally well.
Now on offense, he feels a little bit lost. So he's
Dodge
committing
fails.
to...
Another stun. Again, no removals. There's just been a fistful of stuns. Really, nothing sticking. The only thing that stuck actually was a KO or two, and he was a niggled catcher that was Apo'd, brought back to life. Really. Taking bets in the troll. Hey, there he goes. He rolls more on that one roll than he has the previous 3 turns combined. Of course, shadowing on the troll means very much wasted there. When you're moving as... can you even break free from shadowing at movement 4? I don't think you can.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, not that the troll... I don't think the trolls don't do any dodging away from anything. Now, you can actually pin both war lances on the same body troll if you can do that. Yeah, you can knock him into there, Goblin sits there, you can bring your friend down there. But again, you don't have the players, so you're going to accumulate a lot of pieces just to look so design looks cool. Potentially a surf as well if you're willing to hit the dirty player. You know, don't follow up, has to be a knockdown, and surf off this ladder. Try and get some of your numbers back. Both down is a little frustrating, but you take it because of that.
Hey,
and F's in chat for the dirty player. He played 12 inspired turns of Blood Bowl. The first half of the stuff with legends. And now goes home to a grieving family with a fractured skull and no future. No, you say no S, but that was a proper lad, Warhammer Frog. Well and truly hitting above his weight. I don't cry for L's, but that one is a singular tear for me.
I mean, he did probably the best job you could hope for out of a mercenary.
Oh lord, yeah, exactly. He removed, but if you like, the only way that compares if you have a god tier fireball and remove both tackle pieces and the Apo. So your blitz option, you obviously got to hit with the war dancer first for free. You can try and I think I'm surfing this piece here. Even up the numbers, you know. Bring the goblin around to try and do what he guess you're doing. I don't even know what you do with that goblin. Yeah, no surfing. He's going for that bloody catcher. He
Of course, now that we aren't trying to surf, we are getting all the pushes in the world.
Have all the pushes in the world. Just don't re-roll this. He's thinking of the re-roll.
Oh.
He re-rolls it. He finds a pal though, to his credit. So he got the base analysis result. No armor break. You got to fill that gap down there. Like, you probably need a GFI actually to kind of really get in the way. So we're freighting the ball here.
I mean, I can see why we re-rolled, since we do want to get pressure down, and with the catcher there, we can hardly actually put some pressure on the opponent's ball.
It's very much of like, do you have any better pressure? As in, that is the slowest pressure I've seen. It's more of like a shuffle towards him, isn't it?
Yeah, but even if there's a shuffle, you gotta consider the shuffle.
Oh, good. the frenzy shuffle, huh? Well, you put the goblin on this side here, at least, you know, force some awkward dodging out from the war dancers. No, we're gonna hide him away. 40k of nothing. I think of that. I cry thinking that could have been alignment of 10k more, and how much use that would be. Perhaps something that gets fouled off instead of that. Legitimately a non-factor.
You had a reroll less, a goblin less, and therefore 2 orc linemen that could have fouled and done stuff.
Yeah. Frenzy Shuffle is a new dance craze. The Frenzy Shingle is in terrible condition. He goes to handoff play. Handoff is good. Where to now? We're gonna try and sideline Cage. I guess we're getting worried about the clock. I mean,
He's probably moving it up the pitch and then screening it off with the catchers and the war dancers.
Yep. Remember when we first started this drive? We both said, "What's about the turn? You're looking at turn 4 or turn 5 to score on." Gives the Orcs 4 turns to score back. That's a little uncomfortable for them, but still means they're out because you got strip ball. And so we're right on schedule for that play. Is going to be a couple critical dodges. Dodge number 1 is good. Goblin, of course.
14, turn 15 is a good target.
Goblin only 1 square out of range for being useful, unfortunately. Could have uphill that ball carrier without any skills.
Probably dodging out, blitzing the Black Orc with Mighty Blow.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. That sucks. Dodge fails once, almost fails twice. No blitz.
I don't particularly see another blitz, but...
What are we blitzing?
I think we just decide to skip the blitz.
I don't know, you're giving a free blitz on a Black Orc to remove a dodge later on. It's not a terrible option. And I don't really rate a Black Orc's ability to slip a screen and dive the ball. That's not what they're really known for. I mean, more power to the lad if he wants to try it, of course. I think that's a way of losing a Black Orc pretty quickly. But they're each to their own. If you're willing to accept that you can't stop this score, you can set up a nice surf here, although probably not worth it because you're going to get something else counter-served. But again, if you're looking for a surf, you've missed it. You've missed your window. Can get pieces on the ball here.
I mean, we can at least stand firm on the ball by blitzing one of the sidestep pieces.
I mean, you go for the DT lad, right? And if you knock him down, you're laughing.
Or you just go for the troll blitz on the Mighty Blow Dancer. That seems reasonable.
Any else close to leveling up? This catcher here is eventually passed away, not in the sunlight though. Woodance is just leveled up. Woodance number 2 is pretty close actually. 1 turner just leveled. He's probably not going to need any development. Throwers midway through. You've got your dodge skill. You're on the ground. Close to leveling.
I don't think we have actually gotten a single wood of SPP yet.
No. No. We got 2 SPP on the water. I know it's a knockout. It's just, yeah, a bit of dirty player doing a lot of work, isn't it? It's just been fouling stuff, which doesn't get you any SPP. Troll doesn't go stupid, and is in a real spot, I suppose. Not particularly.
He rolled the 6. He was in his prime, and we didn't use the blitz on him.
He's rolled a 5 and a 6. He's been rolling high after his, drooling sessions. So do you blitz the war dancer here, and then try and get? So and then you can opens up a line to get stand firm onto the ball, or. I mean, you would love if you had tackle, but your tackle's all gone already. If you have tackle, you die. Apparently, in this game, you can also chain push this catcher into the Mighty Blow Black Orc. Goblin coming in, of course. I'm helping. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not quick enough. Not quick enough. You could blitz a throw and try and cut off the. You can blitz the throw with the jump up lad and try and a couple of GFIs put guard right in front of the wall to make it a little awkward. It's not going to do much if I'm being honest.
Yeah, all the blitz options feel pretty meh.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? When you try and blitz the wall after you get yourself served. That's why I look at the catcher. But the catcher gets DT in a pretty bad spot, or worse, free even more.
I mean, I joked earlier about the troll blitz, but I think it wouldn't actually have.
I would not entertain any troll blitz suggestions. We're seeing what his capability is earlier this half. He looks on it and drools at an item that he wants to knock down.
There is a knockdown.
This is not a reroll. You do not hate that piece so much you commit yet another reroll to it. Just live with it.
Didn't reroll,
no,
did we?
No. Free light, find a pow! There we go. Mighty Blow gets it done. Only a stun. But there you go. Still a blitz in hand. I don't hate going for the thrower, especially in sunny day. If you remove his throwing option, makes it a little more awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think going for the throw and then getting the other pieces into a better position could be reasonable.
Ooh, he powers the war dancer. Ooh, that's spicy. You can step left and get stand fair on the ball. You mean the frenzy lad down as well, forcing dodges from a dodges player. Another stun. Boxcars. You step in left, marked, and just box everything in. The troll's out of the awkward spot. You can GFI with the frenzy to mark up the ball as well on the other side. You can make GFIs to try and cover off to here with the wall to cut off this advance here. There you go, look at that. Getting all kinds in the way. So we're gonna put this lad. Make the GFI, don't be a coward.
Do you have to?
Oh, I guess he's fine there. Zach, he's only off Zach Smith pretty nicely, isn't he? So if you can mark the wall answer up to here, right? Get this 1, 2, 3. I think you need dodges to get there. That's a problem. That's that's a good spot actually, because now you're forcing a 4+ dodge to get him off the goblin. The goblin's actually useful now because he's got guard behind him. Look at that! I ragged on the goblin, and I was perhaps wrong. If this goblin is the reason why this Wood Elf drive fails right here and now because this strength lad can't get through the goblin, then I don't know. I will be shocked. Actually, a pretty tough spot here. You got some dice to make without built-in rerolls. I mean, you can hand off here for catching, run far and left, but now that lad's in the way of your dodge path. Where's the thrower going to go? You don't have enough pieces to screen off here from the Black Hawk Brigade.
We have a 2 dice blitz out.
Doesn't work though. I mean, the push is fine, of course. Are you in scoring range of this lad? I don't think you're in scoring range. You think you're still short, but
no blitz there. Has me a little bit surprised.
Maybe you're gonna try and blitz the goblin.
Now, what I would have thought might be coming is blitz and then dodge into the touchdown zone and then go for a handoff with the lineman.
Potentially, but I mean, again, you could, if you. It's tough, isn't it? Because all these tackles are making these dodges a little awkward now. So 3+ dodge. He's gonna hand off to catch. Catch is good. He's gonna wrap around on the left. Perhaps find us some perches out here.
And then dodge out the other catch, the movement catches to screen. I can see that.
Are we going to see the return eye cage from the first half? We saw the Orcs eye cage. Nope, dodge is good. You can't even punt it in the sun. That's the problem. And yeah, you're still better off holding it in the hands of a blood set piece.
Yeah, I think what you do now is you dodge out the movement catcher. I think the GFIs.
Yeah, he's got to get away out of the Orc Blitz's range, at least force him to make some GFIs of his own.
So you dodge out the catcher to screen off the blitzer, and then you dodge out the lineman on the ground and try to base up the Black Orc.
Yes. So still in range here, of course.
I mean, we got out of range of the Black Orc.
And you screen off, you've killed that Orc, the Blitz turn, but you have left you kind of sold the dancer down the river at this stage, haven't you? He's based.
There is still a 4+3+2+2+.
I don't think I'm bothered by this. I think with the Apo gone, with the elves, I'm going power fishing on that water answer because that's the one. If strip ball goes down, I'm laughing for the next half. And there's still a lot of pieces that are engaged at this point. Armor 7's hold well for now, but it will break eventually. Mighty Blade hit for free up here. You've got Mighty Blade hit here as well. Free hit in here for alignment. You've got more hits to come.
Yes, but the Wood of Armor is unbreakable.
Not if you have Dirty Player, of course.
I mean, that's... okay, fair.
It's a tough game, isn't it?
It is a tough spot.
So Katusha has a hell of a choice now. you can play for damage knowing that you're probably not going to get a 2-turn for orcs. I mean, just a sheer speed, isn't it? Like you're going to get 2 blitzes and they're both well and truly tied down with hits to come. Yeah, we are gonna at least force it out of him at least. So I'm happy with that. As much as you can try and outrun a Black Hawk, I suppose. Goblin needs to come down too, which is weird for me saying that. If the Goblin wins this game on a throw teammate, if the Orcs win this game on a throw teammate play, I will lose my shit. I will love it so much. I will advocate buying a Goblin for every team if that wins him this game. In really sunny, no less, of course. Against Wood Elves.
No.
After being outbashed in the first half, and this half less so much. No, because I still want to win games. Look, Gary, if you win your game, mate, maybe next week I might consider one, but no. Because I might be playing you next week if you win your game. I'm not looking forward to... It's worth a shot. No, it's... ReBBL not binding, right? I'm not looking forward to seeing those strength 4 blitzes, so, you know... Well, we'll see. Best of luck to your game, mate. I think you're playing, what? A couple hours from now, I think, if I'm not mistaken? I'll have to double check.
So, do you throw the 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 2 dice?
Nah, I think I just battered the shit out of some elves. I just have a nice time, and at least the opponent's expensive. If he's left me some Wood Elves to hit for free, I take those hits, and then I think to myself, we'll see.
I'm sure you take the 3 mighty blow hits first, or at least the 1 3 mighty blow hit first.
Yes. Yeah, give us
2 dice hit.
Yeah, we're starting in 2 hours' time, of course. Baby Swiss, I argue Cheese's team. The best thing happened to Cheese's team was that player dying. He will disagree with me for the long shot, but that team has a lot of problems, and Swiss is just the tip of the iceberg. You know, Pern's players. You go for the find the power of the War Dancer. Why not use Mighty Blow? No.
I mean, he wanted the
Double Skull.
Oh, you just take that. I think you just have to take.
Yeah,
that.
you accept it, but I mean, it feels bad if it ends up killing your player. Grandview King, because we have better sense than the field goblins and orc teams in the Big O, of course. We have our goblins here in the Big O actually are murderous. Daruk is a monster. There's a nice knockout there on the long-suffering Frank Sancho there. He's had a rough half, just being bullied and bodied by these Blackhawks. You can try and bring a Blackhawk down. Actually, if you double GFI, you can screen off a little bit there.
I guess the Buddha should just run it in next turn. You aren't worried about your 2 turns.
No, not particularly. We've seen some aggressive rerolls from Katusha, who has 4 rostered rerolls. Of course. And there's burning through 3 before Catacomb's gone through 2. See, multiple assists. You might be gearing up for a 2 dice before running it in, of course. I mean, if you knock down the Black Hawk, you can potentially even stall on the sideline if you're feeling a bit spicy about it. And there is the stall. Worth noting, we do have a 1 dice with a Goblin to save the day.
Not with the Mighty Blow blitzes him down.
Don't say that. Mighty Blow is going after the other Mighty Blow namesake. Well, look, there was a big announcement prior to playoffs and Challenger Cup, so you should be aware. Dodge fails once. Should be aware of the playoff rules. Can't bring him down. No reroll. Reroll discipline's good to see. So it was announced. It is on your end to know the rules of playoffs, of course. And the big one being kicks doesn't happen, thankfully. You know, kicks being a terrible skill. The Blackhawk Hero play, yeah, that's a full plus there. You don't even have to do Blackhawk Hero play. It's actually if you can just one die with a goblin, I guess. Tackle on the goblin, maybe not so much anymore. ReBBL coaches can't read, then I'll ask you, man, as a Patreon goal, Harrison, why don't you release an audiobook of all the rules? You know, I'm sure that will sell immensely. You've got that great casting voice. GFI fails, perhaps you let it go. That's a reroll for some reason. He's worried about the goblin.
I think he's worried about the Black Orc.
It's a little late for that, though.
And that doesn't actually accomplish much.
That's an awful reroll. Like, if he's gonna hit you the ball, I mean, no.
Maybe he would just want another player there in case there is a knockdown.
Like,
he needs someone to recover the ball.
That is designed to force a second dodge from the goblin. Dodge fails on the thrower. Not your day, son. Not your day.
I mean, to me, he tried to get that second GFI or another GFI in to get in front of the Black Orc, so the Black Orc needs 2 dodges.
I think Red has the button maybe Anagram for use all the rerolls. So, to me, this screams one goblin play. Although I'm looking, if I'm playing for OT, I'm smashing War Dancer with Mighty Blow on my blitz, fishing for power.
Goblin 1 dice, Goblin 1 dice.
I would love to see. I mean, the moving 9 one is probably the best blitz to take if you want to try and win this, trying to not lose this on a 1 turn on OT.
You just go for the goblin hit on the War Dancer.
Oh, are we going to see a goblin? Are we going to see a goblin War Dancer? No, we're going to see a 3 dice with a frenzy lad, and into the goblin 2 dice. I would laugh so much.
I don't hate that play line.
Goblin? No, is this going to be goblin 2 dice into perhaps Blackhawk dodge?
I mean, I would move all the other players first.
Oh, of course, yeah. Foul state, it's awful. Got the War Dancer across there, running away in...
I'm not even calling it a failsafe, I'm calling it a setup for if should it happen to work.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a Black Orc dive here. 4+, 2+ for 2 dice on the ball. Potentially save the game. You got the War Dancer backfield ready to recover the ball in case the crowd scatters, unless he goes to the far, far, far left. Oh, that's not good. Let it go, son. Let it go.
Let it go.
Don't go into the light. Don't burn that reroll. Lures Campania. It's his what? He rerolls when he finds a POW! Why?
He did it.
No! Why? That was... No! That's not how you do it. I mean, I argue...
And then we just base up the ball. Huh. If you were going to do that, why not just blue the blitz first and then afterwards take the goblin hit?
Yeah, just blitz with the frenzy lad. You get a 3 dice on the catcher, and then you get the 2 dice on the War Dancer. Dodge. Almost. If that's how you lose this game, after all that, on a snake turn 16 dodge into the end zone. This is it is very much a game of nerves. Yeah, Orcanized Krime, they're professionals, mate. That's why they have an extra reroll roster on, just so they can burn it before OT. Again, serve on, mate. KO staying out. Of course, it is their second season for the Orcs, both Challenger Cup second time around, of course. Again, very much a pressure cooker environment, and you're it's 2 different coaches, really, and in Knockout, Blood Bowl, and OT format, it's tense, mate. And it's always easier watching and casting and, chatting away than it is having to play it. I will tell you that much, if I can speak from experience. It's a very different game style. And I've been lucky enough to play in Clan. I've played in all different side leagues, but I think playoffs is just a different beast.
We do respect the for teammate play.
I mean, you kind of have to. That's how you lose this game in regulation, is a thrown teammate prayer. It's now a harder prayer because, you know, he wasted the reroll to keep... I guess he keeps the goblin alive. Look, man, I don't buy bad opponents' beers, mate, after the game, that's for sure. So, of course, classic way to deny to throw teammate play is something like this. Spread apart just around the logo, or where the... Usually I do personally one up more, but it depends on the team you're facing. This is good. You deny the landing part. The landing part is always the hardest part of the throw teammate situation. If the kick doesn't stop the score, of course. If the kick is deep, doesn't matter. But if the kick is in the hands, gets the hands of the goblin, you make the landing as hard as possible. So yeah, if you're chooser, you can, you know, make your blocks against a mighty blow. Then you can try. If the kick is deep enough, you'll see. But of course, you're relying.
Throw teammate play is the last action of the
game.
You first take the 2 dices.
You are relying on the most drooliest troll, Idlestench. The aptly named Idlestench. He's left alone because he's unpleasant to be around and very unintelligent. So, no riots, no pitch invasion. We have a security game for that. That's not happening today. A reroll, perhaps. Bribe could be incoming. A rock, we haven't seen one. The Fame, of course. Neutral, Apo's both gone. Elves still with the numbers, I believe. They have down to 10 players. Orcs down to 9.
And one of the 9 is a goblin.
Yep, so not equal 8.5. I mean, yeah, Blitz...
There will be a set of KO rolls for the Woodlips, so I think they are in the prime position for this overtime.
I mean, and again, having that, the only one we really want back is a guard. The block is nice, it's a guard piece you want back. That really, it really enables you to be aggressive. Can you interfere with a throw teammate? That's outstanding. You try and batter the projectile down, I guess. That's brilliant.
Maybe you just call out to the troll. Isn't that a lovely snack you got there?
Oh, why? That's evil, man. Don't put that voodoo on. You don't wish that on somebody. Yes, I personally I do that. It's a tough question. It means the goblin, right. So the 1-turn teammate is the closer the goblins, of course, the less they have to be thrown. So it gives you some variance there. However, it also means that the ball can be kicked 1 square back deeper, so it's less chance of the ball keeping too far deep. Kick is shortish. There's no riot. That would have been nice. So it's a good enough kick for the throw teammate. You know GFI is needed. And yeah, you're going to touch back goblin thrown. We'll see. But again, putting the goblin up further means the pass can be made. You can yeet him further down, but it also means that the kick is longer. It gives you less chance of getting that ball back. But have that perfectly central kick. Take some blocks. You try and do some magic. Mighty Blow block survived. That's 1.
3 more to go. Well, we get him on the second try.
Only a stun. Plenty of lows today. Blackhawk SCP is a rarity, isn't it? I know you've had experience with your lizards. It is like pulling teeth.
Yeah, that's why you get them the ball and then you score with them.
Must be nice being within 6. Not bitter at all, by the way.
I can barely tell.
Nah, not through gritted teeth in the slightest. So we're going to set up a 3 dice on the middle one here. No knockdown there. You got a 3 dice onto Idris Futon. You bring the frenzy that across. I'd rather be moving 6 than Agi 2. Facts.
So what do we think about the Elves' placement of their shadowing, diving tackle, and tackle?
I love it, central pitch, because if you go to the outside pitch, you then include a chance of oh god, and then you have the chance of yeeting to the sideline. So yeeting outside of the pitch, which is a big crowd favorite in many ways than one.
I think if I was the Orcs, I would have set up the Goblin further to one side.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
there you go. Did all the hard part setups, but he just couldn't handle the ball, and what could be a recurring thing with no rerolls against sure hands. Strip against strip ball. Yeah, you're gonna yeet the goblin without the ball.
And the KOs come.
Both KOs coming back.
Who wins the toss?
It is. Let's have a look. Not skipping the coin toss because I do a bit of suspense. It goes to. I think that's the. It's the elves who won the toss.
Not looking good for the Orcs.
So how do you stop an elf offense when your player's down? No rerolls, no tackle, half your blitzes are out too. And the hardest situation they were in on, say, turn 14, they were able to work their way through it. It's gonna be tough. I don't think it's going to kicks.
Do you just go all men's again?
No, because you just blitz straight past you. So, prediction now, blitz into Goblin throw teammate into victory. That's my prediction. It has to be an LOS, like an end zone kick. Sky Blue Monty-esque. And what a way that would be to end this game, right?
It has been quite a game.
Has had everything. You've had, weird inducing choices that have panned out well. You've had a lot of heavy fouling. You've had a lot of bashing. You had some elfing in there too. It's been great. Great score, man. That result nearly made me hate playing Kids after one game, mate. I saw the other day. I'm like, oh, that one. I don't drink, but I don't drink, mate. But that nearly made me take it up a bit. Made me look at that and go, that seems really good to forget that situation. Conservative setup playing a little. It's actually a bit aggressive, I guess. I mean, you want these two pieces. What are you doing? These need to be more aggressive, or else, again, the Owls only have to be one or two squares in, and they're in scoring range of that moving 9-piece. You have to be aggressive here on your defense. There's no stalling out for 8 turns against this team when they want to score. That's just the facts. But yeah, I mean, Armor 9 is sometimes not. It's not good. Today is one of those days, would appear.
Bless you.
Thank you, mate. Sorry. See, I muted the stream mic, but I'm like, oh, I'm Discord shit. Sorry, mate. Rump top, game over, mate. OT format, golden goal. If you score in the overtime, it ends. If the defending team can hold out the attacking team, the defending team wins. Previously went to kicks, which is literally let's roll higher than that.
Don't forget to sub back in the block lineman. I don't think it will make much
Yeah.
of a difference.
I mean, I think. Yeah, I guess. Don't make the admin cry. I don't want to be fixing this game up, please.
I think we won't have to deal with this in this game.
Yeah. So, taking predictions now. Will we see another riot countered by the security gate? Will we see a rock knocking out the moving 9-piece? That'll be fun. Pitch invasion won't happen, of course. Problem with trolling, that also means there's no one turn to throw it back.
Bit surprised he's committing more players to the side without the goblin.
Again, I hate these pieces being so far back. They're just going to be passengers next turn. Like, at least you stick them like here and here right in the middle so they can get involved. Kick a shot to the left, an extra bit of gustling wind. It makes a bit more respectable center of pitch. It's no longer sunny. So the passing...
Makes the 2-turn even easier.
So what ruins this for the elves is a snake pickup. And that's about it.
I mean, even then they can probably recover easily.
Well, it's a snake pickup, yeah, and then we still got a blitz, so another Blackhawk makes this path a little easier, of course. Shadowing.
I mean, getting some quad skulls here might be
that'd be nasty, wouldn't
doing
it?
the job.
So Mighty Blow coming in on a Blackhawk yet again. Finds a pal. And you know what? Vito Giannese holds strong. But that's not the part we're worried about here. Well, we saw this fail a lot in turn 7, and right, it was a pickup failed. We rolled it, and then the catch failed with the snake on Magnus Allen Jr. Perhaps allergic to the ball. Definitely not allergic to eating blocks, but
Up the catch.
That's aggressive. He wants to give it to the one that can level, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, my fear is you've left a cage for him through, and then that gives a line for the blitz to get around. Like, if you force a man to make dodges, he's gonna make those dodges. Passes. It's just gonna not even passing. He's just gonna hand off. Doesn't want what he wants to throw as least amount of dice as possible here. How far can you run down? You've got to be mindful. You probably have to sit him here, perhaps, but then it comes with its own set of problems.
I mean, he has to consider that the frenzy lineman could still dodge out. It's only a 3+.
I still hate Mark giving a free hit on the dodge because that gives you a route for the Mighty Blow to come around. Or,
I think you go around the hive of the War Dancer.
Like, you're right just here on the top right of the Mighty Blow lab.
Maybe if you a little bit further to the outside. All in all, I don't think it matters much.
Problem is, you go too far outside, you can say, knuckle tape the wheel, I'm going to go 4-4-5-4 and circle off the pitch.
I mean, the problem I have here is if the catcher even pushes are enough to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
So the blitzer can reach around.
That's not safe in the slightest. That is definitely not safe.
I mean, it would have been much better if the catcher just went 1 square further north. And then you are a little bit more conservative with the catcher placement.
So, I mean, the flip side is your elves sort of recovery is pretty straightforward, but it's now you stand up this piece here, you know, just push into the right twice, and you've got a straight 2 dice with the Mighty Blow piece onto that catcher here. Like, you stand the Black Hawk block first because, you know, he doesn't roll dice. You can bring the stand firm piece and involve the step so you really try and cover the path a lot. You know, you can try and get the goblin in the way a little bit. I mean, this piece will probably run down the left side, yeah.
I mean, to be fair to Caldegum here, we are 2 hours into a playoff game. It's very hard to...
Oh, of course. But it's why I hated... Ooh, nice dodge. It's why I hated the...
That actually makes things a lot better.
Well, he's really he makes it to... You know, this is... Okay, that's covered then. Alright. That's a great spot for that
it's
DC.
still a 2 dice from the strength 4 piece, though. If you get the catch out of the way, GFI 2 dice.
Yeah, this is true. With the strength with the land on the left. So
I think it would have been better if he gone 1 square further.
Yes. So you don't take this block until you've done the blitz. Great. So you stand him up, you move him there because if you push him in there, he just finishes the screen off, and you're just looking foolish. But that's the thing. Yeah, if the ball goes down, you'll be hating everything.
I mean, you probably still win.
I mean, yes. very likely this is still, it's going to scatter somewhere about here-ish, and you're still laughing, right? You're going, well, whoop, I got away with that one. I don't know, it's just perhaps a bit of fatigue, you know. Perhaps he's going to try and, perhaps it's his master plan to draw the double skulls here, right?
Are we just loving the goblin in it?
Oh, that'd be great.
We are
Oh, yes, we are! We nearly ate him, though.
Oh, we are.
We nearly ate the goblin. Well, that's the last thing we needed was him to be eaten, right? That would have been absolute gold.
I mean, he tried.
He tried.
The goblin tried.
Well, the goblin, he's like, I'm too much of a professional, mate, don't you know? So again, 2 dice for the catcher, push is fine. That's, yep, take the dodge. You just push him out the way. You push him right first, because you don't want to, if you go both there, it doesn't actually matter.
It works too.
Double pals! Apo is gone, of course.
Now
Look,
two
Rob,
dice for 2 dice.
it's a magic trick, mate. Now you see it, now you don't. That's how it works, mate. So you're forcing Orc GFIs, and of course the Blitz are now in a real... It's going to force at least a dodge at the very most, or at least a Blitz. Being strength 4. Probably move the Goblin first, you can just stand him in the way as well. You perhaps mark the War Dancer, I guess. Doesn't do much, just stays in the way.
Rob thought the troll eating goblin animation is pretty disappointing if I recall correctly. Not worth it.
So, burning the non-pals there, very tactical. Very.
It's also smart to reposition the Black Orcs first.
Yep, bring the guard in too. Where do you put this guard now? You can tie up the 2 pieces up there. I mean, ideally you would like to bring him somewhere useful, like one of these players, but you just can't reach it. You can at least force a dodge, but they're all dodge plays. You can force a dodge on the War Dancer, I suppose, but that's the best you're getting. Yeah. I still want to see the Goblin move. If you can tie up, either stick him on the War Dancer, or but if you're not going to do that, stick him in front of the DT catcher, just so you can cut off some movement.
Yeah, I think 2 squares to the left of the strength 4 frenzy piece,
yes,
maybe?
yep, because they put the screen, and you're forcing dodging out of the catcher here, and if you bring the ball down, means it's just forcing dice. Goblin's recovery, that is a very ambitious recovery line. Especially because you're either going for DT, tackle, or shadowing with movement 8. And
I think the goblin is never really in range for recovery with the diving tackle catcher there.
Considering the goblin was originally a projectile, yeah, that's not bad. Just limits what he can do. But again, if you're gonna hit him, then it's gonna. God's got us. So here comes a blitz.
Right.
GFI 1 pushes. You're gonna force GFIs.
It's still something.
Yeah, you push him.
Failing the GFIs.
Push him straight up. Yep. You're forcing more dodge out of him. I think it's GFIs. It is now a single GFI. If only we had a reroll, perhaps. A power on that catcher is very nice, though.
Maybe finally do some damage to the Wood Elves.
Oh, yeah, turn. Oh,
not even that.
no. So, again, there's also, of course, if you can try and knock down, you've got a 2-die. Use that one. Stand firm is strong. Let's it go, very disciplined like. Moving 9 land, also a GFI if you want to do it this way. Can't bring it down, stand firm, say strong. Can't even roll it because the 1 and 9 scares too much. You can dodge out, GFI into the end zone with move with Magnus, and then just try and do the handoff play. Blitz with the War Dancer. Stand firm, no longer straight. Still stand firm because now he's in the way. He's still in the way.
Yeah, but he can move.
Yeah, I know he can move. When you're a single GFI away from the end of this game, Callaghan has played an outstanding game so far. Inspired in the first half. very patient and disciplined in the second half. Will we? This is how it
And
ends.
say a very unorthodox.
Yes. I mean, you stand up. You still stand up for your fail states. Stand up, you catcher. Stand up, you catcher. Cover your fail states.
You just throw the TFI here. I think you should just stand up the pieces here. Move
Yes.
the-
Just stand up, you lads. Cover your. Then we're gonna run it in. No, we're gonna.
No?
We'll take. He's gonna take pause for dramatic effect. Unless he's gonna
I
really.
think we're falling.
We're not
He's not
fouling.
willing he's not willing to roll the GFI.
No. We're stalling in OT.
That means he should be able to get the screen in fairly easily.
What a madman. We're gonna give the Orcs an out. A pretty decent out too. Yeah, the dodge sucks. And he is still shadowing, of course. Nobody likes snakes. Let's get that straight. I'm still running I'm still running that bloody gauntlet if I'm the jump up lad. DT is a fake skill until you need it. Look, it's all fantastic if you score, of course, if you win this game, but again, this is potentially another Goblin missile, don't forget. Goblin gets a friend from this Blackhawk, you can lob it at him. He's gonna be summoned next to him, and that's a free 2 dice. Oh, if that Goblin dodge fails, no rerolling on that. Let it go, son. So you have potentially multiple options. Chain push play. The problem is it's shadowing here, isn't it? Yeah, no, you have a chain push play. Yeah, hear this, mate. You feel this gap under the water answer. You push the water answer into the frenzy lad. Frenzy lad opens up the line here, of course, and you got a 3+. You got to dodge through. But it is through DT and of course shadowing, of course. I mean, A shadowing, of course. It's not good. It's a line.
Yeah, the Chambers play isn't bad, but we go for the Goblin.
We are
first.
going Goblin yeeting. If first you don't succeed, try again.
I think it would be smarter to just move the Goblin in for the Chambers play you spotted, but
Well, I can't say I spotted that. That would be Wool Hands, shoot. No, that is true.
put it
Because
all in the hands of the Troll and the Goblin.
it is true, but yeah, the problem is it still remains a DT dodge, but again, it's better than nothing, right? And it gives you an out. Well, no, because you're pushing the you're pushing you're pushing the mighty boat. You're pushing the Goblin into the. Oh, never mind. We're gonna yeet the Goblin. He's not eating it this time.
Oh.
Goblin's thrown. He's landed it. We're gonna 1 dice clear now. Is this how you save the game? 1 dice, a power is needed here. Both down may buy you another turn. Probably not. If the scanner goes anywhere here as well, you're looking foolish, aren't you? There's a cavalry. I mocked the Goblin early on. Lewis Campagna, this is your hour. When you need a 6, it's all you need. You can't do that wall climbing. No, you cannot.
There we go.
Here's a blitz. He nearly got it too. You can still pin him on that sideline.
What a pin it is.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it? The block, the power would be the 6. The stumbles the 5. Because the power being a critical success on every outcome. Surf the thrower, he says. Potentially, but
through with the lineman.
What, 4+ dodge and to just create it, make sure it's an awkward dodge. He brings down the guard piece. There you go, comp that.
I mean, at least basing up the other catcher to force a dice roll. If you make the 4+ dodge onto the catcher, there is another 1 in 60.
Oh, 1 in 60.
Nah, 1 in 36, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Full credit to Katsuhiko. Did not give it up.
He isn't giving up.
No.
He is.
Using
He
whatever
is
tools you
struggling.
have. You're in the darkest timeline here. No tackle. You're down numbers. You got to go and fill a pits, and he's trying.
I like how Brahma Frog is saying, a 2-die with a reroll is still an acceptable risk. I don't think so.
Letting it be. Straight 2 dice, straight away.
What's called?
Finds up. There's a part. There's the power that he wanted the last turn. No, not like this. No. There's no justice in the world. Lewis Campagna goes down. Well played to both coaches. That's all she wrote.
That was a game.
And that will do it. Red Hives of Blood will advance to the next round. Great game.
Congratulations to Caldigum.
And it's very entertaining game, actually. Very entertaining.
Yeah. Potentially even a little too entertaining.
Because it's a very great alternative, isn't it? MVP-wise, great one for the Orcs. You know, Blackhawk getting closer. One for the Elves as well, Zach Smith, the long-suffering lad, as well.
I mean, the Orcs are still in a great position for
Oh, of course, no perms. I mean, next week they'd like the Pommer. A lot of blocks, but not for a lot of returners. I think, 20 round breaks means you're going to getting, quick maths is 16 stuns? Oof. Callaghan, mate, gonna ask you, mate. No GFI, and there was a dream. Nearly bottled, that is correct, mate. But you know what? You did well. You held your nerve in that second half. Your first half was inspired, mate. We were a little hesitant about the DP inducement, but to your credit, you made it work, and it changed that first half, man. It probably won you the game, if I'm being honest.
And with a little hesitant, he means we hated it, but...
Oh, I'm being polite. You can look back and say, what the hell is this? This is no. It takes a special kind of coach to turn down a wizard especially for a Wood Elf coach. Yeah, see, that's inside information, mate. I am just a simple Orc coach from the Big O going, no wizard, brilliant, I'm happy. But that dirty player did some work, mate. He did no fear, very patient approach. Well played, mate. Condolences, of course, to the Orcs.
Oh god, I need a break after.
Oh man, I need a drink. Anyway, actually, look at the dice rolls real quickly before I send you across to Bruce. Of course, armor dice for the Orcs. Not particularly crash up. A lot of those were fouls. Don't forget the long ones that stuck. The troll. I mean, 2 of those were 4 pluses, but other than that, pretty poor performance from that troll. Hungry was not bad. KO rolls both excellent. Landing was great. GFI is very un-Orc-like. They are, isn't it? As for your block, your blocking dice as well. Pretty decent, if I'm saying. Considering you had no tackle, you're always fishing after turn 4 or 5. You're really struggling in that matchup. As for the Elves, your dodging was pretty top notch. A lot of 2s and 3s, but some of them failed a bit. KO rolls about on par, but babe, the armor dice, again, most of those being stuns, kind of really helped. Yapo saved the catcher, and that level. What that catcher level, by the way, mate? Just curious. Because it wasn't. You did choose Apple that, which was a bit of a risk, because you got the level in mind for that one. Again, the snake, the pass failing because the sun doesn't like it, and yeah, snakes just suck. As for the blocking dice, of course, for the Eld, you've got a nice, good variety, is what you expect. A lot of pretty both down heavy. Stand Firm did a shift in the last few turns. Normals, yeah, probably wrestle or dodge. That's all. Maybe even kick. Maybe you need it. Anyway, great result, mate. Congratulations. Best of luck for your next round. I'm sending you guys across to good old Bruce Oakman, you know, top quality caster. Gonna be blocked. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Alright, guys. For those who came in midway through from the start, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did. Hindus, mate, a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a lovely experience, and best of luck to Cologum in the next round.
Indeed. Again, Challengers sending another Challengers Cup game. It, of course, is Rowdy Rebel Rousers. That's Nurgle versus the Red Hot Boys and more Orcs. That sounds like a fun one. Again, thank you guys for the followers who's joined this session. You guys have a lovely evening, morning, or night. Yeah, roll with the dice. Catch you guys next time. Right, we're out.